Fusion.
Hello and welcome to another Saga of Dice live battle report. We've got an exciting one for you this evening, and we are joined by none other than Dale Johnson.
Some of you might remember me. I don't know. Maybe. It's been a while. Hi.
It's been a while.
Hi.
It's been a long while. We're going to be doing a lot of songs tonight, too.
Yeah, we're wondering if we can get them demonetized by singing songs.
Dale has been kind enough to, a lot of people have been asking all across the internet lands about how does Dale make this doc list work? People are curious, and we are going to answer that this evening.
Or try to.
Or at least try
Yeah,
to.
we'll see. It's going to go horribly wrong.
We'll find out.
It's going to be crap.
We'll find out. And I have brought Darren's beautifully painted Nurgle. So it's been a long time since we've had Nurgle on the channel, and maybe never.
I can see what
since
people are
Dawn.
saying about you.
Isn't that exciting? Live.
Big Ron says, Kenrick is really cute. Can I have his number?
Hi, Big Ron.
Big Ron's got mine. He's got mine. we were messaging earlier. Yeah, but we got a live chat. We got Sigmar Scotty. We got the judge in the house. We got Sam Mang.
The new Dice fame.
That's right.
Yeah. Hi, Sam.
Thank you all for joining us. And yeah, this is going to be exciting.
If we can keep it on the rails.
If we can keep it on the rails, which is 0% chance. Also, I haven't really played a 2K Nurgle list yet, so please help me in the chat because I will be learning along. I've played a couple slow grow games, but this is my first proper 2K game. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's get into Dale's list. Okay. Oh, sorry, Rob is also running the show behind the behind
What
the
up,
camera.
everyone?
Meanwhile,
Leafs win. Go Leafs. Now to AOS. Woohoo. That's awesome to hear that the Leafs win. It's nice to have the judge in the house.
we're down to Carson because Carson's currently in Worlds.
True.
AOS Worlds. So he's off in Austria. Is it Austria?
Austria.
Yeah.
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 Vienna.
Team Canada. So good luck to
Eating
them.
lots of strudel.
Eating lots of everything. He's having a good time.
And
And they're playing
Vienna's
Greece
amazing.
tomorrow. So yeah,
Vienna's
rematch
amazing.
of last year. So yeah, so I'm using Daughters of Khaine. I'm not using Marathi because I never use Marathi. Oh, I've got to go see.
No. There you are. That's your box.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's my box. I'm gonna stay here forever for the entire
Just for your
day.
list.
I haven't, see, when I first did this, we had none of this stuff. So this is all new. So I'm using, so what have we got first? Yeah, Slaughter Queen with the Zealous Orator, which is the thing that gives you extra dice for rallying. And she has 2 units of Canary, which currently aren't on the table, 10s of Life Takers, 5 Heartrenders over on the side, and then I've got a unit of 20 Sisters of Slaughter with Bucklers. They're currently Kevin Costner's, so which is my bodyguard, because, you know, you got to have your bodyguard.
You got to have your Costner.
Yep, and then we've got the Crone with 2 units of Doomfire Warlocks, and then we have the Hag Queen on foot with the Canine Pendant, which gives you more prayer dice once per game. And she has with her 20 Sisters of Slaughter with Bucklers as well, and then the Witch Hills with Stabby Daggers. And because I'm 3 drops to your 2, I took anti-infantry on the Witch Hills.
Beautiful.
That's it. Oh, my Cauldron Guard. Yeah, my sub-faction, Cauldron Guard. So at the end of every turn, I can pick 3 infantry or war machine units to pile in and do D3 mortal wounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
And your beautiful cauldron. How did you build this award-winning
With
piece?
tears and pain and,
real blood?
Money. So it was the snake body. I basically wanted something, because those that have seen the Cauldron of Blood, you have the T posing avatar on the back and stuff, and it just wasn't a centerpiece model, and I have like 4 of them. So I decided to do like a cooler themed one. So it's a 3D printed snake body, and then the 40k avatar on top, and then it's the actual Cauldron of Blood kit, and then I put what's her name, Mogwai on top, and then I kept snapping her staff. So I did the Bloodwreck Medusa's claw instead.
Nice.
Yeah, so there we go. And yes, Alex is keen-eyed, iron brew. Yeah, I went to the British butcher shop on the way over, and they had it in stock, so I'm stocked up and good.
Nothing gets past Mr. Butler. Cool.
And then you've brought with you some
Maggotkin of Nurgle. Darren was very kind to let me borrow his entire army today. And yeah, so getting into that, we are doing Taliban of Nurgle, which I believe bumps up the disease points. I'll have to double check that, but I think you count as 1 more disease point up, and I forget what that actually means. But then my general is the Great Unclean One. He's got Grandfather's Blessing and the Wither Stave. Grandfather's Blessing is an extra heal if you're in combat with him, and the Wither Stave is a 4-up fight last to one of your units that's in combat. Then we've got, in the General's Reg, a reinforced unit of the Plague Bearers, and we've got the Sloppity Bile Piper.
Sloppity.
And the Sloppity Bile Piper is my Kevin Costner, but not from Bodyguard.
Sloppity.
Yellowstone.
Oh, okay.
So racist. No, I'm kidding. So he's got Field Sergeant, so he's giving +2 move to everybody. And then what else? We've got Putrid Blight Kings reinforced for the rest of that regiment, and then my other regiment, we've got Spoilpox Scrivener. I don't know if he's really worth taking, but he was beautifully painted, so we took him today, and he will be buffing up another reinforced unit of Plague Bearers, and then we've got the 2 minimum size units of the Plague Drones for flanks. And
I was going to start touching your hair off screen.
I know, the little cropped box.
I should mention that the stink lines were so intense for the Blight Kings that it actually like shorted out the camera.
Yeah.
So my apologies.
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
the noxious fumes.
They're so stinky.
Yeah.
We're lucky that it was just that one photo.
Yeah. It's where we got the window open in the background too. It's just too much odor.
In here?
It was the last photo, so it just slowly ate away at it.
And that's me at 1990 points, I believe. Oh, and then we've got my one. We're both 1990.
Yeah.
I was born in 1990.
I was not.
I was also
Really?
not.
Born in 1990?
I was born in
I'm
1990.
like a clear 10 years older than you. That's great.
Nice.
Thanks.
1980.
So if you win, this is elderly abuse. So
It's the 80s versus the 90s tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right?
So that means I've got to do songs from the 80s. And you
I gotta do songs from the
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I have placed my tree. If we can get a top down, actually, Rob, that'd be awesome.
Can we get a top down?
I turned it on. I did turn it on. So I did place the tree. It kind of blends in with the terrain, but that is actually a dangerous, poisonous tree, unlike the normal woods. We are playing Feral Foray, which means that these back pieces are also technically forests, which is a little confusing. This should actually be here. Just live hot fixing, hot swapping. And we got some places of power. We got some forests. We've got 6 objectives. And when you take an objective from your opponent in their territory, you can raise it, I believe. I got to double check that, but I think you can basically destroy it for the rest of the game. I think that's the little twist, little underdog twist.
Yeah, I think it is.
Double check me on that.
By the way, we did highlight Big Ron's message, but thanks for being a member.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You can be a hero,
Members make the magic happen.
Feral.
And we will get to Sam. We'll get to your question in the movement phase, which will be pretty soon, actually, because it's a good question, but it's going to take a little bit of an answer. Other than that, I think that's everything. So are we ready to rock?
Yeah, I think so. Don't type in any passwords, Dale, because we can definitely see your phone.
Oh, no, I've not got any parts on this reading. So at the start of the battle round, each player can raid one objective they control in the enemy terrain or enemy territory. An objective that has been raided cannot be contested or controlled this battle round. So it's only, you raid it, but it's just for that battle round.
How are the territories divided? Are they
It's halfway.
Straight down the middle. Yeah. So there's no man's land. Yeah. It's all territory.
I didn't say that on camera. I was asking how they're divided.
Yes. Yeah.
Red versus blue.
Yeah, which is weird because technically you're attacker, so we have to trade shirts.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're technically red. That being said, I outdropped you, and I am going to take top of turn 1 because I'm not too worried about getting doubled, but I am worried about not getting my first battle tactic. If I don't go. So I'm going to go first, and we're going to learn the lore, the spell lore together right now.
We're going to learn with friends along the way.
My only spellcaster is, actually, I guess Spoilpox might be a spellcaster. So we've got 2 spells from the Great Unclean One, and we've got, where's my keywords? Yeah, no, the Spoilpox is none. So it's just my one.
Okay. Just the big guy.
Just the big guy. Now, from playing against like Nick and some other people's Nurgle, which I think Nurgle are actually in a really good place right now. I remember, I think it's Fleshy
they got a big
Abundance.
boost for those that might be asking about Nurgle. Beginning of the edition, weren't doing too great, and then they added in the ability to take the Field Sergeant for the +2 movement. So this slow army suddenly became, movement 6s instead of movement 4. So makes a big difference.
Yeah, and one of their artifacts, which I actually didn't take in this list, can also give them +1. So it can be +3 to move. So all of a sudden, the Blight Kings are moving 7, which is very on theme.
Alex is reminding you to choose a tactic first.
I should probably choose a tactic, since that is the rules of the game. I'm going to take the flanks with my 2 drones that I've set up for that job.
You should have said, I have an original thought. I think I'm going to choose
Just like, keep hearing, like, what is that? So I'm going to take the flanks with my 2 sets of Plague Drones. And then I'm going to try for... Does Fleshy Abundance... So Fleshy Abundance is either heal or make -1 to wounds. So I'm going to try to make... From the Guo, I'm going to try to make the Blight Kings -1 to wound. Is this range 12? Yeah, I'll try to do that. So this is going off on a 7.
Okay.
Which, again, thematic number. And there's a 6, so that gets me nothing. It's unlimited, but I can't do more than 1 unlimited per character, right?
That's correct.
Magnificent Buboes. What?
You got magnificent buboes.
-1 to hit.
I've always said that about you, Kenrick.
I know, his buboes are just so boobalicious.
Magnificent Buboes.
While he's looking at his spells, I have 2 wizards. They're not wizard heroes. I have 2 units. So the Doomfire Warlocks are wizard level 1. So I can't use Places of Power, so I think we should take them off the table because that's prejudice.
Do you have anything in unbind range?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think both my Doomfire Warlocks are
They
probably
should be,
in range.
right? Because they're both...
I mean, you've already failed the cast.
Yeah,
one, so
I couldn't
fine,
even get a cast off.
Yeah, that's good.
And then the... Pick a friendly as... So then the Guo can try to make you diseased just with a spell, which is actually kind of sweet.
That's just mean.
But it's range 12.
Okay.
So that's actually my whole casting, that one
That's
failed.
brilliant.
That one failed cast. And then I think the Spoilpox has a 2-up D3. Roll a D6 on a 2-up. Pick the following effect. Add 1 attacks or add 1 to save for the Plague Bearers. So we're going to try to do +1 to save for the Plague Bearers near him on a 2-up. That does actually go off.
Yay, you did a thing.
And other than that, that's my hero phase. Would you like to hero phase?
Yeah, I have a couple of things I can do in my hero phase.
Do it up.
We're gonna have some fun with this. I'm actually gonna do more in your hero phase than you did in your hero phase. So
super rude.
I know it's super rude because I've got a couple of things. So first of all, my Hag Queen in the hero phase can get every hero phase, and it lasts for that turn. I can give a unit Hollow Within 12 a 5-up ward on a 3+. So she's gonna try and put it on this blue head unit of Sister of Slaughter.
Nice.
Which goes off.
Boom.
So they have a 5+ ward.
Beautiful Kraken dice.
And then what we're going to try and do is have some double fun with it. Is I'm going to spend a CP, and I'm going to try and give my Sister of Slaughter that now has that 5-up ward running charge. Goes off on a 5. Ooh. On a 9.
Whoa.
I can cast spells.
I will try to stop you.
No, don't. You don't have to.
Aha, 9,
I get it.
But it's not enough.
Get it.
So the blue-haired gals up front are running and charging.
Gonna show you some fun stuff Daughters of Khaine can do. And then, finally...
Wait, but this isn't my hero phase. So wouldn't you have to roll that again in your hero phase?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But this is where the fun thing comes. This is where the fun.
What's happening?
This is where the happy fun times happen. So
this is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins. So now the last thing I'm going to do in your hero phase is every hero phase the crone can do one of 3 abilities. Oh. One is she can make a unit, one of my units contesting an objective.
Yeah.
Enemy units contesting that objective now count as -10 control. Unless you're a monster or a hero.
Okay.
They can give it to a unit, and that unit can, if an enemy's in combat with them, can't use command abilities. Or I can, on a 2-up, because I pick a unit, roll a 2-up, and pick my thing, get it, move them. So what they're now going to do is they're now going to move 6 inches over here.
Get into a nice
with their running
charge.
Ah.
Uh-oh. My plague drones are in trouble. My plague drones are in trouble.
Potentially. I mean, this also could do nothing, but it's worth a try.
That's actually super saucy, though.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is really cool, like tactically, and it will show people like.
So this is one of the things
absolutely.
you can do with the crone is the army might
Just
not.
a couple of guys at the bar, just leaning on a bar.
I have to do it because I'm too tall for the camera. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that, and they're gonna stay there, and then that is my hero feat. See, I did more than
Sick.
the hero feat.
You really did.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Certainly more successful.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so then we will go to the movement phase, and Dale can and Rob can answer some questions while I do.
And just as you're doing that, Dale, we do have the hamburger and cheeseburger CP.
Oh, where are they?
You'll notice that you spent a CP and I minus the
on the
hamburger
side.
for you.
Oh, I knew that. I watched the show. I knew about the prior roll.
Yeah,
You did.
He does.
You did, and you do.
Might not watch everything. Okay, while you're moving, wow, that's a nice looking Nurgle army from. Yeah, no, Darren. I wonder. That's like a really.
That
nice
is
army.
Darren.
I wonder, yeah, no, that's
Okay.
Hi there.
We all agreed and we all said it. Many
This is some
times.
serious elf. This is coming from Alex. So Alex, who there's some weird stuff. The world's gone upside down. So Eric started playing Crow Boys,
Yeah.
so orcs, and Alex is playing Deepkin. So like they've just swapped factions because Eric was always order and Alex is always destruction. Pretty much.
It's
So, yeah,
wild.
so Alex, you can't say anything with your horrendous Deepkin.
Well, and Alex is always booing elves.
I know.
And Eric is always basically making fun of destruction in general.
And he just went 4-1 at Wet Coast, I think.
Yeah. The camera's in the way of thing. I wonder if Dale does magical intervention to get the Bloodwrack Viper out. No, because the Bloodwrack Viper is not very good. The Bloodwrack Viper is an endless spell for Daughters of Khaine, and it's kind of... It can do fun stuff versus infantry heroes where it can give them strikes last, you get anti-hero on them. It does 3 damage and crit mortal wounds, but it's like 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s at round 1 or something. It's like, generally it's not very good. It's a big template though. Like
what is your like spell or endless spell of choice then usually for Daughters?
For Daughters of Khaine, so the reason I take that manifestation lore is for the Heart of Khaine. So the Heart of Khaine is a endless prayer. It's a bubble of -1 to wound infantry units.
That's really good.
My stuff. So as long as I'm wholly within 12 of the heart, it's -1 to wound me.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Where what was it before in third? Was it -1?
Oh, it's -1 damage,
Yeah,
which is why ogres and stuff used to hate it because it was just, all that damage 2 stuff became damage 1 and it was just brutal.
Yeah, -1 to wound is still really good. Are there any other stipulations on it?
Nope, that's it. It's just infantry only,
Okay.
non-area.
Yeah, that was what I was wondering. Because
Yeah.
like the Skaven Bell of Doom
Yeah.
is the same thing,
And again,
but it's only infantry.
Yeah,
so-
the old heart used to be everything. Now it's just infantry units. So it's it's got limits. But considering my armies usually, the fun trap I usually do, which I'm not doing in this game because I'm being more aggressive with them, is you wait for the enemy to come into you. You've got -1 to hit from the bucklers, the bladed bucklers on the Sister Slaughter. You have -1 to wound them from the heart. You got -1 attack because of the bodyguard. And then they can hit you twice if they use the CP to do the strikes twice. They also do the 6-up ward damage back. So you can essentially come into them, not do much damage to them, and then that means you're kind of trapped. Your alpha push didn't work, and then you just get surrounded and killed. So is the plan. This one I'm being a bit more cheeky because I want to see if I can mess up his tactic by doing fun stuff. Also, we wanted to show you things that the Crone can do. So.
Yeah, the Crone's really interesting, and
super
what
cool.
an awesome model.
Yeah. So these guys ran, yeah?
Yeah, so everything ran. So unfortunately, the bugs move 8, so they have to run 9 to break the thing. But yeah, then I realized I should just run these to try to block some of this. So at least if you're gonna pile in, you don't just get to pile and wrap around.
Yep.
I don't know what that'll be worth, but we'll see. We'll find out very soon. And then these lads are base 4 move. I'll probably run them too.
Do that.
Okay, just double their movement casually.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh man.
We need like the water coming down.
I don't want to do it the
Flash
other way. I've got a
dance.
bold spot and you're going to see it. Getting older now. I'm 45 on Sunday. What's this? You can't listen to
Sunday.
too much Go Trek. Yeah. The Bloodwrack, I mean.
Sunday's your birthday.
Yeah,
That's
getting
very
old.
exciting.
Yeah, happy birthday to Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars Day, Sunday. Just
Yeah,
choose
I'm
the
jealous.
Vikings.
That's a great birthday.
Yeah, except you always get the people being like, "Oh, may the 4th be with you." It's like, I've not heard that every year of my life, But I share it with Carson.
You do?
Yeah. But again, he's probably like 15 years, 20 years younger than me, I think.
Carson's just
Carson's
getting into
a baby.
grade school. Yeah.
That's why he had to go with Team Canada, because it was kind of like a school trip. So they had to take him with him. It's like it's the mascot of the club. Okay, is there any other questions going on? Not right now. Okay.
Yeah, any questions for those trying to get into Daughters? You know, Dale is
the guy.
famous.
Any questions about Kenrick's delicious hair?
It is delicious.
Gustoso.
Actually, Dale was on AOS Coach recently. So if you're looking if you're seeing this in the future and you kind of want to know more, you can watch that on AOS Coach's channel. Or you can ask things in the comments, and even if Dale doesn't see them, I will see them, and I will ask them for you and get the answer, or maybe get Dale to respond.
So my hope is after this, so we got Richmond reroll coming next weekend. So right now, I'm currently on the ITC rankings. I'm second for Daughters of Khaine, but first and third place have played 4 games. I've only played 3, so I've got a game in hand. So hopefully, this Richmond reroll, it should be put me ahead by a fair bit.
Wow.
And then I've got to try and stay there for the rest of the year because I want to play my Gits. I'm doing my Mad Max Gits. So.
Yeah.
I've not painted anything in like a month.
For Wet Coast GT, I painted like 15 more Canary, which are over here on the table. But like I'm so behind on my painting. I'm trying to get into Daughters. Why? Are you just going to collect all the elves now?
I think he might have been being.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got Slanesh. They're kind of Daughters of Khaine in a way.
Yeah. They're like elf adjacent, but evil elf.
I feel like Slanesh is the army Alex should have always played.
Yo, Dale, have you played against Snake Dock lists with this list before? Actually, yeah. So I've actually beaten every Daughters of Khaine player I've played against that had Marathi, apart from the last Richmond reroll where I played Matthias,
right?
Who also took Daughters of Khaine. And the comedy thing of between our 2 armies, we had 1 duplicate unit, which was Shadowstalkers.
That's crazy.
Which was really funny.
He was running the snakes.
He was running entirely snakes, no Canary, and I was like all elves, and he won by 1 point.
Wow.
So it was a very close game.
So you can hang with the snake. You've been beating them.
Normally, yeah. So like to like only lose by 1 was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because like Matthias is a very good player. So
yeah.
Matthias is insane. He was my demon for so long.
Yep.
And now the only reason he's not my demon anymore is because I just don't really play him very often.
Because it's mine. You like passed him on to me. He's like a little gremlin on my shoulder.
Yeah.
But then I finished higher than him, so I was happy. So it doesn't matter if you beat him as long as you go higher than him. So yeah,
I'm sure you immediately let him forget about that.
I think the biggest thing, like when you're playing Marathi, is like trying to chip damage her, because she can't heal. So as long as you can try and get those 3 wounds a turn,
she's like her own mini game. But you have to keep working. She's so powerful.
Yeah.
And the thing is, those snakes, little foot soldier snakes, are great for everything.
Yeah.
Unless you have a ton of shooting.
Yeah.
That's what I learned in my game is like you can just shoot them up. But your army, you got to face them in combat where they want to be, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. So the big weakness of the snake Daughters of Khaine list is 5-up armor save.
Yeah.
Because they have no cauldrons, so you don't get a better save. So 5-up armor, 6-up ward on 2 wounds models, they fold really easily when you get into them. Yeah. It's just, they hit hard.
Yeah, and they're often fighting first.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of a hard thing to counter. Okay, so explaining myself here. So I have put my 2 units of drones, plague drones on each side, just barely towing in, getting the flanks. And then I ran these guys to try to give a little bit of support to the drones. Pretty much everything ran except for the Blight Kings, which aren't going to be trying to charge because they're out of charge range anyway. Then I've given your Canary lots of backboard space to come in and just absolutely sneak up on me. And that's pretty much it. So we will go into shooting. The only shooting I have, I believe, is the Great Unclean One.
Redeploy.
Sorry, would you like to redeploy?
No.
Okay.
I just said I may wish to redeploy.
Then we will go into shooting, and the only thing that can shoot is out of range, which is the Guo, has a range 7-inch. It's actually not a bad shooting attack, but it's like never in range. And I think that's it.
I'm just reading the messages because
the tripod's in front of that. Yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm.
Are we slightly out of focus?
It's possible. Here, yeah. Wait, Dale, stand right here,
Yeah.
and then we'll.
The front of the
I'll be an avatar.
in focus.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Sorry, I was just.
No, I'm glad you said it now and not. Okay, let's.
Oh God. There you go.
How does it look there?
I think that looks good.
Yeah.
I love it if people just tune in now on all those things.
Oh.
Okay, on the TV, Dale's definitely sharp there.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's okay.
Okay.
Ask the fine folks watching at home if that's better.
Cool.
Thank you. Okay, so now that we're focused, let us focus on charges. I have no charges. Would you like to countercharge?
Yeah, because I think it'll be funny.
It is actually huge.
Yeah, I don't think I can pop enough for you to fail the tactic, but...
Are you countercharging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, if we do the top down again, just once more there.
Sure. One second. Okay.
So what's happened is this unit here, you explain what
yeah, so this unit moved in the hero phase, and because I got run and charge off on them, they're in a good position where we're about, 5 inches away
looks very
from the
very
plague
juicy.
drones. Now, I'm probably going to have to, I don't know if I can kill enough to make him fail the tactic, but if I can get in there and manage to take a chunk out of them, it's going to make...
only 5 health. So that's 15 wounds on a 5-up save, 5-up ward.
And even if not, it can essentially do some damage into them this turn, and then I'm going to get my turn. I might be able to bring all this around and overpower this flank and kind of reduce what you've got down. So let's see if we get it. I got to get a 5.
Yep, it's a pretty
6.
Ooh,
So
there
get
it
in.
is. Okay. Okay.
I didn't minus the proper hamburgers.
Can you pop down a couple of 3 inchers around your guys just for...
So you don't want to tag the drones?
Yeah, it's just for when I'm coming mainly on this side, because I do have a CP left, so I may do my lovely strikes twice ability.
Gotcha.
And get them more in. But I mean, you're going to get to strike first anyway.
The plague drones, actually the plague bearers are terrible in combat, and the plague drones aren't much better as far as I know.
I mean, if you're already going to be stuck there, so it's fine. I'm just I want to make sure you don't get to push forwards more.
Yeah, fair. Because then you would strike and then move and then strike again. Yeah, so then you may as well stay just outside of 3.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Well, I might as well go back over there, because that's not a...
Hey, Sean
No
Blake,
Kevin and
Ludovicus. Hello, everyone. I'm finally getting to look at the chat. Nice. Okay, so it has begun. That's it. We're going into combats, as far as I know. So I will activate first, and I may as well pile in my bugs.
So just for reference, I do have an ability which I am not wholly within 12, so it's not going to go off right now.
Okay. What is
where
it?
Basically every start combat phase on a free up, the cauldron can give a infantry elf unit +1 attack.
I swear, every time I play against Doc, there's rules where I'm like, you're making this up.
Yes.
And I also just don't check. But yeah, Doc has a lot of toys. So I think we're going to be able to get all 3 of the bugs easily in.
2 dudes that I know both play kits, and yet...
Yeah.
It's because I'm currently painting my own, and I don't want to play them until I've got the new stuff painted.
It's because I'm a coward. Ludovicus already knows.
But then again, you might take them for Rich and Reroll.
I just played Gits on the channel, our last battle report against Andy's awesome Khorne. And yeah, I may be doing a Kragnos list for reroll.
That was a great match. That was the last battle report.
Yes.
Cornevelry versus...
Oh yeah, I'm declaring fight twice.
Okay. So you've declared it?
So you have no CP left, Dale?
Yeah, I have no CP.
It was a great match.
Kenrick, you have all 4 CP?
That's correct. This is usually backwards. I'm usually the one that's spending...
I was just like, this can't be right, but I felt like I was on top of things. So.
Yeah, you're on it. There's just a lot of tricks, a lot of tools that Doc has to spend CP on. So I'm going to... Oh, I want to say Andy was awesome last live stream, and also I just anecdotally have to say Andy did an amazing job at Richmond Reroll's event. We are sponsored by Richmond Reroll, by the way. Last weekend was Wet Coast, not a Richmond Reroll event, so I've misspoken there. But he was at Wet Coast. He went 2 and 3 with that awesome Khorne list. It was his first AOS event ever, and afterwards he said to me, he's like, I really like this community. Yeah. AOS is a really special community, and it just reminded me that is true, and I've known that and I feel that, but every once in a while it's nice to see someone come in and be like, especially someone coming from other games and being like, this is special, and just having that kind of reminded or reiterated. So I thought I would share that tonight.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more about the AOS community. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And if you guys agree too, consider subscribing to
hit that like and subscribe and hit that bell, because bells are cool. They're not annoying at all.
And his Nurgle guy has a bell.
So, it's on brand tonight. That's true.
Brand.
How was that for a segue?
That was beautiful, Rob. I love that. Just swish, nothing but net. 2, 4, 6 plus the champ. These are my Noxious Plague Swords.
Counting dice.
They are crit mortal. Just counting dice.
Yeah. And -1 to hit.
They are hitting on 5s then.
Yeah.
They're wounding on 3s, and they're no rend.
You're not all out attacking?
No, because I'm an all-out defense later.
It's more important
the thing
that they
about
don't die.
Nurgle, particularly the demons in Nurgle, except for the Guo, I'm not talking about you, Guo. The thing is you don't ever want to all-out attack them because it's not worth it. But especially when I'm -1 to hit.
Yep.
So 5s. That was a lot of yapping. I'm sorry. So that's 1. These are crit mortals, so that's 1 mortal wound at you.
Do you get a disease point, or does anything happen with that?
Disease points don't happen. It's different than the...
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's just 1 mortal.
I'm protected by the power of Khaine.
Yeah, because you have
This
6
will
up
be a
words. Why not?
That's a 1.
Okay. So 1's dead, right? Or are they 2 wounds each?
Yes.
Yeah,
one's dead.
I have to be careful with you.
Yeah.
Keith says, "Oh look, it's Dale," because Keith was around when it was you and I doing the podcast.
Hey, OG Keith.
Back in the old days.
OG Keith.
And Ledivicus remembers you too, because he's asking if you're in your kilt.
No.
Ooh.
I was tempted to, but you wouldn't see it on camera, so I'm just in shorts because I was from work. Hence why I'm wearing boring top, which I realize is far too tight for the screen.
Rotfly limbs and
Get in my
stingers.
When it
4s
gets
and 3s.
cooler out, you and I should do a kilt versus kilt.
I'm
game.
dead sexy. Oh, should.
Yeah.
And we should do it all in like really bad. Alright, I'm dead sexy. From Scotland. We should do it when I've gone back from my trip, because then I might actually pick my accent up again.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
When are you going?
July.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't been in 13 years, so since moving
Wow.
here. Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
I'd rather go to Japan, to be honest.
You've
remember
been there
the
twice
-1,
this
yeah?
year. Yeah, I already did that.
Yeah,
so these are just the 5s.
Okay.
And then these are 3s to wound. So this is actually
That's
7.
a lot.
7 at rend nil.
Ren nil.
It's 'cause the bugs are 6 attacks each.
6, 7. Okay, so these are Sisters of the Slaughter with bucklers.
Okay.
So
they have sword or
any
shields.
yeah, so they're a 5-up save.
Wow.
Any 6s are mortal wound back to you. So that's 3 mortal wounds back to you.
Okay.
And I take 3. And then I have a 6-up ward. So 3
Just
more.
take the 3. Okay. And then I have a 5-up ward because I ward better and I fail all 3. So
But
that's
you ward-
almost a dead bug.
You ward better.
I do ward better. I just
do
can't
ward
roll
better.
better.
1.
Okay.
2.
Interesting.
I'm trying to take somewhere it's not going to hit my coherency.
Now the hurt cometh because
Keith asks, "How long into your trip, Dale, before you're able to understand the locals who never left?"
Yeah. I actually keep
13
up watching
years.
a lot of Scottish comedy and stuff, so...
Well, you're also from Edinburgh, so it's not.
Yeah, and you know, it's tourist city, so it's our Scottish is not like I am from Glasgow, very dirty Scottish.
some of the accents are unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It was one of the funniest kind of things I have with people in this country with accents. Is I remember sitting and watching with a couple of people, Brave.
Yeah.
And there's a bit in it where there's 2 scenes in the film when the guy's like, I don't hear it, I don't hear it. And they were just, and I started laughing, and they were like, isn't that just gibberish? It's like, no, he's actually saying a thing. So I had to like rewind it back and translate it for him. But like, it is actually text he says. It just, they overplay it because
Yeah.
he's supposed to be from like Aberdeenshire or something.
Yeah.
So, I get to punch you now.
You do.
Yay.
You get to pile in and punch me, and then you get to pile in again.
I like punching. I like stabbing, actually. Sorry, stabbing, not punching. Stabbing is the name of the game. Your wings are a pain.
I know, it's actually a nightmare.
I'm actually just going to kind of turn him.
Yep.
So I can
Yep.
get my hands in there.
Get your
Darren,
face.
you should magnetize your models so I can kill them easier. Because it doesn't help that all
The
my
Guo
stuff's
is
like
fully magnetized.
spiky and witch, like the blades, all the whips and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything is very spiky.
All of your little dangly whips
Yeah.
and all my dangly wings.
Whips and change for a family games. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
I thought you were going to limit yourself to 80s songs.
Ooh,
I don't even know
1880s.
what century. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, I forgot they have the 5-up ward, but we already rolled them, so I can't remember what I rolled.
They have a 5-up ward?
Yeah, because remember I put the buff on them.
Oh.
You chat should have reminded me of a 5-up ward.
Dale
They're on a 30-second delay.
How long until the trip before Dale is... Oh, we already read that one.
Oh, wait, our light's not on. There we go.
Yeah, so they had a 5-up ward, but we forgot, but it's fine. Because I think I rolled like really badly anyway.
I hope so.
So how many are nicely in that? Do you want to see how many are in the 3-inch bubble?
I think that's why the dice cam was a little dark.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, sorry, the blue light. Okay, so this is quite a big chunk. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10.
10. The champion is not there. She's currently at the back.
Oh, I see her.
So these are going to be 3s and 4s at no rend because they're anti-infantry. So.
Oh, sorry, I'm all defensing. That's my 1 CP.
Defend the CP.
As I said earlier, I shall save it for the D instead of the A.
Actually quite. I'm going to reroll that one because it's kind of cocked.
I didn't say
Are
anything
you
wrong,
sure
YouTube.
you want to save it for
I didn't say anything wrong, YouTube. So if you flag us for that,
Save it
shame.
for the D.
All out defense, all out attack. That's what that meant. Get out.
I'm going to reroll that because it was the cocked one. Okay, that's actually not too bad.
These beautiful dice
2,
are
4,
available.
6, 8, 9. Just roll
On
that.
the
That's
Etsy
fine.
shop.
So Rend?
No, because you're not infantry.
Oh, so then I'm on 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. And just 1 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll just roll these again.
should roll
5
that.
boards.
Oh,
Those 5-ups I actually can roll. So just 1 there.
You should roll your own dice next time.
Yeah, we just went over.
Yeah, I know, we
the
just had this
stream.
Yeah, we
conversation
actually
earlier.
did say this before we were live.
Yeah.
But then you just told me, you're like, just roll them faster. I'm innocent. It wasn't my idea.
And then this is, because there's no other combat, so they're going to do
So
their
then you're going to
second
activate again.
pile in.
I forgot my water over here.
And this will be a bit more this time. Maybe we can pop one.
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess I'm imagining. So those are the Sisters of Slaughter.
Yes.
I'm
It's
imagining
the witch elves that are rend on the
super
charge.
killy. Yeah.
They're 3 attacks each, rend on the charge, 6 is auto wound.
And then Mind Razor makes them rend 2. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rend 3 against infantry.
Right.
Because they aren't infantry.
Right.
And damage 2.
I just
So
knew that
let's
they can
see-
delete stuff.
See if we can get some spells off on them. So that's everyone that's left, which is currently 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm still technically all out defense.
Yep.
Correct?
7.
Okay.
8, 9,
Perfect.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Yeah.
15.
Yeah. That's
16,
that's the
and
amount
champion.
of dice I'm used to.
This is why I usually, so one of the things you want to do is when you're playing Daughters of Khaine, you buy 12mm dice.
Yeah.
And you use 12mm dice because
it's
if
like
not,
buckets.
because this is like
literal
16
buckets.
guys when you can get 5 attacks on the witch elves when they're fully buffed.
Yeah.
So
I've seen you roll like 3 times that.
yeah,
many dice.
I think the most you can get is 101 dice.
My goodness.
Rolling 2s, 3s, rend 3, 2 damage, and then strikes twice.
Wow.
And then D3 mortal wounds in the pylon.
Wow.
I've only had that off once in my whole career. That's actually against Kenrick when he was using Krondis and the 6 Paladors. And I took them both off at once.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah. And the 4s. Ooh, this is better.
I think I was running Karazai. I think I was.
Oh, maybe it was
yeah.
Karazai. Yeah.
Keith
Okay.
said, I spent a few minutes looking for Marathi, then I remembered it's
2,
Dale.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. No rend.
13. I'm going to roll.
You can just
these.
roll, that's fine, I don't care.
I'm going to swap the 1 for that one, so they're all the same.
See that? See that?
Can use more of your dice.
Picking his
against you.
special dice.
So this is still Ren nil?
Yep.
Okay, so 4s. Okay.
That's.
Wow.
Do you see these dice?
These dice are
dice?
for sale. Where are they for
Yeah.
sale, Rob? It's on
In the
Etsy,
Etsy
right?
shop, link in the description below.
Yeah. They'll always roll 6s 1/6 of the time. Both wards fail, though, so you will kill 1 bug, and 1 wound will roll over there.
So I would have potentially killed more than that if Kenrick didn't roll so well.
That was pretty hot.
And then at the end of the turn, so they're going to do their D3 mortal wound pile-in.
Okay.
So it's 2 up D3 mortals. They're not actually going to pile in, they're just going to stay where they are. But for 3 mortal wounds.
Okay, and then 3 wards for 3 mortal wounds. Almost another one right there. And then
But not enough to fail a tactic.
They will 2-up D3
Yeah.
disease you, right? Or you get disease because you're in combat with 1 unit, and then on a 2-up, so it'll be just 2 mortal wounds.
On 5s.
5s. So
I take 1.
One more lady.
Scotty asks Dale, why do you hate Maggotkin?
I don't hate her in terms of the lore. In terms of the lore, she's great. I just think it can be a very negative experience to play against her if you've not played against Daughters of Khaine or know what she does. And against someone who knows how to, like a good top player, they will kill her easy enough. So, and she's like 700 and
something,
60 or something
yeah,
points. She's just such a heavy point loss to lose against something like that. And I like having lots of stuff rather than like one big thing.
Looking at your list building, it's like, what if I had 14 units instead of 1? Yeah.
What if I had junk and the junk
just kept throwing
it
and kept throwing
it?
Yeah.
I should point out that Sam and Scotty asked the question at the exact same time, and I only read one of them. Yeah.
They're obviously
also, Dale is the original AOS hipster. He likes to do his own thing.
Yeah, I used to run
That's very true.
That was the problem with the start of this edition is the new edition came out, and I used to run 4 avatars, and then the avatars just became junk.
Yeah.
And it was like trying to... Roman helped me a lot, actually, kind of rethink of how the army should be playing, where it's more about like you don't want to engage a lot turn 1 and 2, except when you do fun stuff like this. Just because all your good buffs kick in later on in the game. Yeah. Because we lost Hagnar too, which gave you the buffs earlier. So I just not a big fan of like a one-piece thing. I also probably have a fear that what if I use her and don't do as good as other people with her? So I'd
like
rather
at this
just
point you're so committed.
So I'd rather just like not use her and be like, oh, those guys using Marathi, they're terrible, and just because I don't want to.
Coward's way out.
Like use Marathi and go like 1 and 4 like Matt Beasley. So
with Skaven, with Skaven and LVO, he's back to absolutely crushing.
He
5-0'd at Wet Coast.
He did.
Yeah. So, but with Tzeentch.
So you got 1-2 more.
I got tactic. I did not get more because you started on 2. I do get more. Pardon me.
I didn't want to give you an easy reclaim the land, attacking 2 fronts.
Right. Okay, interesting. Cool. Yeah, and then I did actually end up getting my flank. So then we are on to your hero phase.
So how many points?
That's a perfect 10 because I think it's hold 1, hold 2, hold more classic style. It is, and then I got flanks for 10.
Well, 10 points.
This sounds like a game show. I'll have flanks for 10, please.
I'll have flanks for 10.
I'll have flanks for 10.
It does.
How far are these goobers away? Are they actually anything worthwhile? It could be. Could be funny. Okay, cool. I'm going to go for Reclaim the Realms. Reclaim the Realms, which is an order tactic, which is to have a unit in each quarter of the board 6 inches away from enemy units.
Nice.
So, because you kind of messed me up doing take the flanks. Thanks for that.
Yeah, no problem.
I know.
My pleasure.
So we're going to reclaim the realms. I know why we're doing silly voices now. So I'm going to try and do the fun stuff first, because a lot of the stuff I do depends if spells go off. So this unit of Doomfire Warlocks is going to try and put Mind Razor on this unit of Witch House.
Okay, it's scary.
It doesn't go off.
Okay.
So a lot of the fun stuff isn't happening instead.
Down.
Sorry. Then we're going to do... Maybe we'll do Run and Charge on them. Yeah, we'll try... Oh, no, I don't think they're going to be wholly in 12. We'll see. Nope. So that's going to be that out. Maybe we try and get the big snake out just for funsies.
Okay.
Just so people can see the big snake. Big snake! Also fails to cast. I'm having a Kenrick turn. Then we're going to try and do my prayers. So Daughters of Khaine have lots of priests.
Prayers and spells.
Yeah.
How cool for you.
Yep. But most of it's going to be banking points this turn. So she's going to try and put Sacrament of Blood on that unit. And the Cauldron gives me +1 to channeling for units. So I'm going to bank that for 6. We'll come back to these in a minute. The other Crone's doing the same, the Hag. So she's going to have 6. And then see if we can get 3 6 in a row. The Crone. Nope, she gets nothing. She did not remember to pack her book on prayer law.
She's like, I already got the unit to move
in the
hero phase.
Yeah, she's like, I'm already concentrating on something. Just don't even try.
I don't even have shoes on.
That's so I can make money on the army.
Actually, I'm looking. They have boots.
Single moms with OnlyFans accounts. So they both got 6. And then we're going to try and do the Crone's ability. So the Crone's going to put her ability on this unit. On a 2-up, it goes off. So we're actually going to give them no commands.
Ooh, you've got the Dread banner all of a sudden.
No commands. Whoop. And I think that is my hero phase.
So many tools in this.
Yeah, we gotta have something, So
I'm gonna try to countercast if you're done.
Yeah, go for it.
For 1 CP, I'm gonna try to cast.
I'll let you do that.
I think I'm gonna try to cast the Jaws, which is a 7, right? Oh, that's a 10 minus 1 is a 9.
But that's not enough.
Oh,
it is enough.
Turns out it is enough.
It is enough. You gotta think positive in this world.
And I'm just gonna use this endless spell to block this giant hole I've created.
You mean you don't want me to go run through that hole and come and eat your guy?
I'm a little concerned of it. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Thank you for that moment of clarification. What am I gonna do? Where do I want to go? What do I want to do with my life?
You want to reclaim the realms.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna do that. I mean, that's on my plan sheet. I'm just who am I going to do that with? So these guys are going to come over here and do some shotting.
Are we into the movement phase?
We are into movement.
Yeah, they've got a 14-inch movement, which is why I'm just moving them because they've got plenty of space.
Well, if anyone has any questions for Kenrick or Dale,
Ludovicus is. Could you mind reading that for me? My eyes are
Which
tired. The one that he just.
He says Gits feel pretty much the same now too on casting. And now that we don't have sneaky distraction, it doesn't really matter as much.
That was the biggest loss in the new book
versus the index.
losing, even just keeping it.
For
as
those
a
that
1.
don't know, could you explain?
Yeah. So sneaky distraction was, I believe, a 7-cast unlimited spell for Gloomspite Gates, which was a -1 to hit in combat bubble.
Which wasn't even that good because it was the enemy had to be wholly within 12, so you could play around it.
So you could play around it, but it was nice being able to overlay it on. You could have it on the Trog boss if he took the spell ability. You could have it another guy, so you could have 2 or 3 of them bobbling around, and it just kind of was good in the counter destruction matchups and stuff. And anytime -1 to hit is great to have. But it was just kind of like a good utility piece, especially when your stuff is very tanky already. So just being able to have that -1 to hit, 3 up on the Trogs, 5 up ward. It was just a nice ability. Speaking of wards. We've got to try and give them a ward. I have too much stuff. They fail anyway.
But now we got this cool ability where we can just move the wheel 1 forward. And that's our unlimited spell.
Spin the wheel, make a deal.
And I know Ludovicus loves that spell because we've chatted about it and how disappointing it is.
Yeah, I mean,
it is kind of disappointing.
I think the biggest disappointment. So the new Gits thing is you have a wheel for the moon.
Nope. Sorry. My girlfriend just said red versus blue, and I just pulled on your shirt.
Hi. Yeah. I still can't believe he didn't do the marathon with you.
Yeah, Rhea did the sun run.
She did?
And I was like, I'm not. I went for a run today, but maybe one day I'll do the sun run, but not this year.
These girls will also move 6. Mm-hmm. Sorry, so there's a lot of fascinating moving elves around the field. So one bad thing about playing this army is game 5, if you've not been practicing yoga, your back can get pretty sore. Just I'm going to move these miniatures across the board.
Yeah, these horde armies and old men's backs don't compute well together.
Yeah,
it's rough.
And then these guys, it's going to go just like this.
I think our voices might be
winding up your
scaring
dog.
the dog, yeah.
Oh, no, he's just...
Oh, he's just going.
He just likes to bark at things that he sees from the balcony.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So we're actually going to go... Maybe I just go down. And that's fine. And just don't give you the free thing.
Yeah, Ludovicus says, don't make me curse in chat.
And then we're going to drop all my Canary down because you don't have shooting apart from that one thing. So we're going to do...
They're very safe.
Where's 9? Should be
and I've left a little foot soldier just chilling back there.
Yeah, but I don't know if necessarily if I want to... How much CP you got left? 2? It's not worth
2.
It. Yeah. Last thing I want you to do is make a good...
Countercharge?
Redeploy.
Oh,
and get within 6. So I might as well just kind of
stop the old Reclaim the Realms. That is the thing about Reclaim the Realms. It's great, but it's also very counterable with a nice redeploy. is
So we're
fair.
going to go nicely over here, and then these ones will go.
So from the last time we've played, it seems like you have 2 big blocks.
Yeah, so I have 2. So the reason I'm trying this right now, don't know necessarily if it's good, is Kenrick in the change of editions went up to 2 wounds each instead of 1.
Right.
So they get to do the D3 mortal wound thing for the sub-faction. They get to do the strikes feist ability.
Yeah.
And they're 2 wounds each. So it's a 20 wound block of 2 attacks, freeze, forge, rend 1, 1 damage, crit auto wounds. So the thing about them though is it's 160 points for 10.
Okay.
So that's like dirt cheap. You're getting 20 wounds, 6 up ward,
deep
striking for 160 points. 80 points for 5. So
wild.
they're just a cheap unit I can annoy people with at the back of the board, and hopefully they can do something. And in games they can actually do pretty well. Like they can start building up the damage output. You just have to don't rely on them early to do that, because freeze and force is not the best straight away. So yeah, there we go. That's my movement. So we got the Canaries down over here, safely out of range from the enemy redeploying. The Doomfire Warlocks on this side had come up to support the Sister of Slaughter. The other unit of Sister of Slaughter here. Witch Shell's still at the back because I don't want to get them in yet. Doomfire is kind of like blocking off the side here, and these Canaries is hanging at the back. I was going to take this, but because I'm going to be down, I can't get the more anyway.
Right.
And you get 2 for 1, 2 for 2.
Yep.
There's no point giving you that free
all out attack or attack on 2 fronts.
Yeah. Make you have to fight for it over here instead.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'll do that. So that's my movement. Do you wish to redeploy?
Redeploys are valuable when the army is so slow. Usually to try to make up some lost room. I've only got 2 CP left though. No, I don't think I will.
Okay. So we go into the shooting phase.
The
The shooting phase. So my Doomfire Warlock shoot, the Cauldron shoots, and the Canary shoot. Nothing else does. But obviously the only things right now in range are these 2.
Okay.
So first of all, we're going to do the Heart Renders. The Doomfire Warlocks. Yes, the Heart Renders have 30-inch range shooting. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and dice. So these are freeze, falls, no rend, 1 damage.
Into the bugs?
Into the bugs.
Okay.
Just weight of dice.
Yep.
The way you've been making saves.
Yeah. We've been rolling hits right now.
2. 2 at no rend.
Okay. 4s, or 5s rather. Fails both.
Nice.
1 damage each?
Yep.
And then 5 up wards. Fails both.
Ooh, look at
Kills
that.
1 and 1 wound remains.
Killing stuff. Killing stuff. I'm doing it, Mum.
Killing stuff.
Doing it. Doing it for Jesus. Right. Then we're going to do the Cauldron. The Cauldron has 6 dice. It spits blood at you, because that's what it does. So these are freeze, rend 1 for 1 damage. That was dreadful.
What is happening?
You cursed my dice by touching them.
Yeah, clearly.
You rolled so many ward saves that it's just like the dice, and now like, I'm done now.
Yeah.
The tat is suggesting
Just ones for you.
an uncomfortable amount of exercise. and squat and down and squat and squat and down and pirouette. Okay, that's my shooting.
Roll my ankle.
Do you wish to shoot?
Counter shoot? I cannot.
Okay. Okay, charges.
Okay.
So, I might put the Cauldron in for fun. Let's see if the Sisters of Slaughter get in there first.
I will
Do you wanna
say-
see how far
Sure.
it is.
The Cauldron's like a 5.
Yeah.
And then I think the Sisters are a 6.
Okay, so Daughters of Khaine
They're
get
7.
They
They're
get
7.
better as the game goes on. So at turn 1, I only get +1 to run. Turn 2, I get +1 to charge. So I don't have that right now. So it's a
said-
straight
yeah.
7. 7. That's
8.
an 8.
That'll do.
That's for the Sisters of Slaughter first.
Yep.
Yeah, because I want to see if they go in. Because if they didn't get in,
Yep.
I don't know if I want to put the Cauldron in.
Yeah, fair.
But this kind of like makes it a little bit more interesting.
I realize I gotta.
Ria's asking, am I watching The Substance right now?
I've seen that show. Isn't that like a vampire-esque thing?
It's a movie with
Oh no, it's not that.
Demi Moore that came out, and it's Demi Moore, and then like a younger version of her like comes out of her and starts stealing all of her like work.
Oh.
So
is that like a Black Mirror thing?
yeah, it's very Black Mirror vibes.
Okay.
So
That was not that long ago, right?
yeah, I was nominated for Oscars.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard it was really good.
It's really violent and grotesque. It's very Cronenberg-esque.
Okay.
A lot of people loved it.
That explains why Jay from Red Letter Media liked it so
Was
much.
it done by Cronenberg?
It's supposed to be no,
God,
but
I was
Cronenberg has a
making
new
a
movie
mess
out
of
this
this.
weekend called The Shrouds, which I also really want to see.
Okay, and then we're gonna try and throw the cauldron in too for fun.
All right. It's also like hyper colorful as far as I know about. It's very like.
Actually, do I want
neon.
to do that? Because then I'm not gonna get to do the thing.
What do you think?
I'm not gonna put the cauldron in.
Okay.
Because
What's the reasoning behind that?
so the reason I'm not going to put the cauldron in, so the cauldron could go in and do a lot of damage because the avatar on top, freeze, rend 2, free damage.
Wow.
So it could really make a mess of that unit. However, it means I'm not going to have the crone
Next
in
to them.
range for because the crone has to stay in combat range of the cauldron to do her ability, and losing that if you get the turn, if I don't want to push it. Coming
Right.
around, it's probably not really worth it being able to do fun shenanigans.
Yeah.
And I think the Sisters of Slaughter, are they 2 wounds or 1 wounds, the Plague Bearers?
The Plague Bears are 2, I
Okay.
think. Let me double check though.
Yeah, so it might be able to do some damage
2,
as
yeah.
it is.
They're 2 6-up save, 5-up ward.
Yeah.
So they're gonna. I'm sure they'll still do some work.
So maybe maybe put the Doomfire Warlocks in.
Okay.
Instead.
Yeah, they're in a nice.
Just to add some extra
Position.
dice in. 5, maybe?
Actually, yes.
Yeah? Okay.
That looks like it to me. Looks like it to me.
Because they're not doing much of us right now, so. Put that back there. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
I think it would be, again, I don't really necessarily think it's worthwhile committing that in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, that's my charges. Do you wish to counter charge? Can you actually counter charge?
Probably not. So let's no.
So, start of the combat phase. My cauldron is going to try and give the redheads +1 attack.
Okay.
No.
It's a 2-up D3 style thing.
3 up in
Three
you
up,
get to
yeah,
get +1
yeah.
attack. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any start of combat stuff?
I do not.
Cool. Well, I will go with that unit of Sisters of Slaughter then to try and do some damage.
All right.
Maybe I should have put the cauldron in. Oh well. Nah, it's not worth it.
No, I think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I mean it's fun to go in and do a ton of damage, but it's also
It's a tempo thing.
yeah.
It's like, do you want to run in like the Plague Bearers? Keep in mind, I can bring half of them back for free from the Guo. So I don't think that's the thing you want to commit to. Versus like going into the Blight Kings or the Guo might be worth it, but the Plague Bearers are kind of a throwaway defensive unit.
Yep. So
And
it's
if any
gonna
are left,
be-
they're going to try to spread disease. But I have a funny feeling you might lift this whole.
No, I
pointy
mean
ball.
they're only 2 attacks each.
Oh, I think you just traumatized me with those witches.
Yeah, they're a lot
Yeah.
more. I don't know, well, it depends on what you just rolled. I mean, I am
Yeah.
anti-infantry, so you're not getting an armor save.
No, just getting a ward.
1, 2, 3, 4. If I got the extra attack and I had a CP left, maybe.
Yeah.
But so this is
We
28
shall see.
altogether.
We shall find out.
So 20, 41. So I'm going to roll the first 25.
Okay.
Because I need to roll 41 dice because they're 2 attacks each and a champion, and everyone's in range. So here's the first 25.
Okay.
So these are 3s, 4s that end 1 damage.
One damage.
Not terrible, but 2, 4, 6.
Okay, 6 to start, and then it's
2,
another whole
4, 6,
bucket of
10,
dice.
12, 14, 15, and the champion. Okay. You already got your 6 pulled, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and then freedom side again. That wasn't great. See, this is why I don't like getting into combat early, but whatever. That's 2. 4s.
Oh my! What is
1.
happening?
1.
It's all right. You're getting it out of the way
1.
now.
Get out of the way now.
So that's 7 total. 5 up wards because they're going straight through. But my wards haven't been too good either. 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead. All right. I'll pull from the back, I think.
This is why you don't get in combat early with Daughters of Khaine, because your dice just decide to not do anything.
And Nurgle doesn't mind just spreading disease either.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to pile... I guess I'm going to try to whack the old Doomfire Warlock.
Be careful there.
Whack the...
Yes, I'm gonna go whack the Doomfire Warlocks.
As much as I can.
Your Nurgle, it's green sleeves.
Green sleeves.
This is what Dale is doing in the basement when I'm not used to dancing. Some of my friends are watching on thing. The comment, this is what I do in the basement while they're doing dance practice.
And they're dancing while
Yeah.
we're playing.
Yeah.
I've been there when that's happened. Working on
I
the
live in the
show.
basement and play toy soldiers.
So we got 6 into the redhead gal.
Is this the end of Dale Shadow?
And then we've got 3, 6, 10 into the Doomfire Warlocks.
Okay, so remember the girls are -1 to hit. The Doomfire Warlocks are not.
I will spend a CP then. And
You
I'll
can't,
attack.
Because I have no commands.
That's correct. Okay, I shan't spend a CP. So then it'll just be... We're going to go into the Doomfires first.
Okay.
So it's 1 attack each. So just 10 attacks. 6, 9, 10. Actually, where's the guy holding the head? Oh,
I call it right now, predict Iden and Ken are getting the Sharknado and release of the Endless Kraken spells. Hopefully.
5. So I get 1, and it's a crit mortal, and that's it into the Doomfire Warlocks.
Okay. 6s.
Oh!
Yeah,
And then
save.
6 plus the
Can't
champ.
hit you back in save that.
6 plus the champ into the Footsole. Okay, 3 mortal wounds into the gals.
3 mortal wounds. Well,
Well,
I
2.
save 1.
So 2 go through.
Die.
2 die.
Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Happy Beltane for those that celebrate.
Yes, it is May
blessed
1st, May Day.
Beltane. Okay.
Back to you.
Oh, actually, I get an armor save as well. So that was, that was 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
Because you don't have a thing. So that was a mortal wound to you, and then 2 ward saves. So 2 still die.
Oh, wait,
but
they're...
you take a...
No, they were all mortals.
Oh, that's
It was
why.
3
Yeah,
crits,
okay,
yeah.
so then
Yeah.
3 dead. Yeah,
Crit
sorry.
mortals.
I
Let me
was like,
double
why
check
wasn't I rolling an armor save? Yes,
Yeah,
so
it's
crit
mortals.
mortals, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to hit you back now.
You do.
Okay, cool.
You do.
Let's go
let's
with
switch
the
sides.
other big unit. So we're actually in with them. So they're going to pile in this way. And try and actually do something that the other unit did not do. How many wounds has this guy got left?
He's got 5 total, so it'll be 4 left.
Don't know if I necessarily want to kill him because you might just be able to bring him back.
That's a good point. How does the Guo ability work? Is it any demon unit?
Or is it infantry?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I'm still going to attack him because it would be rude not to. So we're going to do...
With 3 or more model, yeah,
3,
so I
4,
can bring
5,
them back.
6, 7, 8 on here, and 3, 6, 7. So 7 on the Plague Bearers, 8 on the others.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the 8 on the drone with the champion. You can all-out defense that one if you want.
Okay, yes, I will.
Yeah, because they're not tagged by the other unit.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're tagged by the same unit.
No, I'm attacking that one first.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can because it's units in combat with that unit. So.
Yo, Jason, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs.
Ooh,
Very generous.
Thank you.
And congrats to everyone who got one.
Give me gift subscriptions. Give me them.
Give me
2, 4, 6, 7. No rend on the bug.
7, so 4.
All I want is a piece of bread.
And just 1 damage, right?
Yeah, it's not that many.
5, so 2 damage. That may have saved his life.
Nah, maybe not. We'll see. And then 1, 2.
Oh yeah,
3.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. He's doomed.
4, 5.
The pile in
6,
extra damage. The
7,
Sunclaw, but not Sunclaw.
7. So this is on the other guys. See, that was a nice roll to hit.
Yeah.
I can't roll it to wound right now. Give me wounds.
Yeah, because you wound on 4s. There you go.
6.
Okay.
Neither rend one of you.
So they go straight through.
Yep.
So just the 5 awards. fails all of them. 1, 2, 3 more dead. 3 more.
Take 'em off.
Okay. Cool. So then my big bugs you back. So we'll do the riders got 3 attacks, 2 base, 1 for the champ. The Noxious Plague Sword.
You want anything else, Dale?
No, I was getting the water. I had it on the windowsill.
1 crit mortal, whoops, and then 1 hit. And what is it to wound? 3 is wound. So 1 at no rend, and then 1 crit.
So 5 up with 6s being a mortal wound back. Nope. And 2 6s. Nope. I saved 1.
Okay. And
One
then
dies.
the bug itself. 6 attacks on 4s and 3s, rend and nil. 1 damage, but no crits.
Panic test.
4s. And okay, 3 no rend.
No mortal wounds back, but 1 saved. Actually,
Nice.
No, they're not in 9 yet. And then 6s. 2 more die.
Okay, the bugs do more work than the. Oops. Than the
do. I should probably take
bears.
them over here because then if I maybe get my rally, if I can kill it with the thing.
Right.
Kill it with the
right.
thing and then get rallies back. Doomfire Warlocks.
Yes.
Stab you with lots of little knives.
So they were never. Dale and I were talking about how they've never been taken in all of Age of Sigmar. Now they're finally good in AOS 4. What makes them good?
They're very good.
So what makes them good is they are 150 points for a wizard. That's got movement 14
14.
and 15 wounds.
Yeah.
So 15 wounds and a 5 up, 6 up. So there's not many things
For 150 points.
out there for 150 points. That's a level.
That's wild.
Because
Yeah.
you think about the Gobapalooza, they're a level 1 wizard as
Yeah.
well, but they've not got a 14-inch move.
They've got a 5-inch move.
Yeah, and
Yeah, like imagine a
they
regular
suck.
wizard, just some wizard
yeah.
that has 15 wounds and
moves
is
14.
150 points, and it's a 14-inch move.
It's wild. They're
I can
very
actually put 1 on your bug.
good. Okay. How dare you?
So we're going to put 1 on your bug and
That
the
really
rest
bugs me.
on. I know it really bugs you. The other one's going to stab through the
feed.
Get out.
Get out, get to the top.
bugs me.
Got the bugs that died to freeze the balls. My
are
honest really bad.
Wow.
4s, and these are rend 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all of these. Right?
4. No, this is on the unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
They go straight through?
Yeah. So 1 damage.
1 damage.
For
5
1.
wards. Ooh, look at that, Dale. Okay, 1 damage actually goes through.
That's fine, because now you're going to get nobbled to death by the horses.
Nobbles.
Thighs and freeze. 2. I don't know why they give him an attack profile. 2 though, no rend.
Okay.
So you get 6 up.
6 up save. Okay.
Save 1.
And 5 up ward.
Yeah,
Okay,
see,
and
told you
that
get
does in
nobbled
fact
by 1.
nobble 1 off the
Hooves
table.
and teeth. Hooves
Now,
and teeth.
now the fun
Hooves
roll
and teeth.
against the. Thank you for watching and hanging out. That's my friend from work. Hi, Fern. These are going to be on the horse on the bug.
Mhm.
So 3s and 4s. So 2 hits. I roll on the thing. 2 wounds at rend 1. Get the bug. Stab its
Rend
face.
1. Okay,
Yeah.
so all OD back on
Really
5s.
enjoying learning about.
Fails both.
Nice.
And 5s. Saves. Okay.
Now the horse's nubbings. Oh, the horse missed.
1 wound. Can you?
I've been trying to explain the game to them what the.
That's awesome.
I was sending pictures and stuff, and I did some research. But I was like, "We're playing tonight. If you want to watch and laugh at me, talk about the weather." Do you like the weather today? The weather's lovely.
beautiful.
Today.
Feels like spring or summer.
So now everything's attacked. We have no one else left to attack. So I have 2 units in there that can do mortal wounds.
Okay.
So
It's everybody except for the Doomfires, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the blue head against the bug.
Okay.
Can I kill it? 2 mortal wounds.
5 up wards.
Could pop him.
Pops them.
Ooh. But I mean, they're
Pops
still
them by
tagged
1.
by the other units, so I can't rally them.
True.
And then against the plague bearers, nothing.
Okay.
That's it.
Interesting
So
state of
I got my
affairs
tactic,
here.
and I got 2, so it's 8 points, I think.
That's correct.
Because I do not have more.
Reclaim the realms. The realms have been reclaimed.
Reclaimed.
And now we're going into round 2.
We are going into round 2, which means something very special.
Prio. You got a 5. I got a 6.
I thought I was going to break the curse.
It works every
Every
time.
time.
As
I thought I was
long
gonna
as
get
the
ya.
guest makes the sound.
You got to get
Do
the...
I want to? If I double, what can I actually do? For one, I don't think it's worth it. They're going to come around and do something.
You'll lift the plague bearers.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not really worth it.
Yeah.
What would be worth it is getting the witch elves over into those guys. But again, it's too early. It's too early. I am going to give you the turn. I don't think it's worth it.
I think that's fair.
Not worth
You
it.
also have like the cheekiest
But-
redeploy here to just get on that point. And yeah,
I
see what you've done there.
have an extra CP though because I am.
I already gave it to you. See the cheeseburger?
Yeah. Look at this guy. Look at this guy on the.
I'm on top of it. For once.
On the thing. Shoot. While you're deciding what your tactics.
Bye, Rhea.
Bye, Rhea.
Have a good night, Rhea.
Yeah, so, yeesh, what am I going to do? Oh, sorry, we actually had,
I don't know.
we had some disease stuff. You owe me some disease stuff.
Oh.
So these gals just take 2 up D3 for nothing.
Yeah.
It's all right, I rolled a 1. And then we're going to try to give, or no, I guess it just happens. Let me just double check that. If you're in combat, I pick a unit. So I guess we're going to do the red-haired gals are going to get disease as well. And that would happen before, and then we will also try to 2-up D3 the red-haired gals.
The twist in this one's not very useful.
No, it's kind of sucks. It's like you have to, actually, well, you could use it on me, but I'm never going to use it on you because I'm so slow. So your red-haired gals 2-up D3. For 1 again, I got to burn this dice. So the disease has spread.
I'm so glad we went back in time to share that together.
Yeah.
Kenrick rolling ones.
Well, but they are now diseased.
Okay.
So if you heal, or is it rally? Does rally?
Rally. Yeah. Rally is the thing that, so if you rally, you remove the disease, you don't heal stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So there's that small interaction.
Yep.
Other than that.
So they even get it if they roll the 1? They just have it. It's just the ones more.
So
okay,
it's like
cool.
if you're in combat with a unit, let me double check this right now before I just.
I mean, that's what it used to do, I think.
I think that's still what it is.
Do we have anything we can mark them with?
Well,
Yeah, I have little disease things here.
Well, Kenrick's checking that. Saul wants to know, does Dale teach how to make haggis?
No, because I just buy it. So we're very lucky that where I live in Canada, we have a lot of British shops where you can buy stuff, hence why I'm drinking Iron Brew, because normally you can't get it. And they do their own haggis. So
Yeah,
I
they
don't
have it
think
at the one off of Queensberry, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's easier just to go and buy it and try and make it. I've never actually tried. It's just oats and stuff.
Where do you get a sheep's stomach though?
No, I mean they don't do that anymore. So a lot of haggis isn't made, like it used to be, but it's now the same stuff as you'd make sausages with. It's just the same.
I usually get mealy pudding or blood pudding.
Unfortunately, his clan wiped out the Canadian haggis.
Have you ever had the mealy pudding at the butcher shop there?
No, I've had the
good.
black pudding, white pudding, and I've had haggis, but I don't think I've had the mealy pudding. I will actually though when I'm over in Scotland I'm aiming to buy the witch kilt. So essentially 3 months ago, the Association of Scottish Clans have recognised that a lot of people were killed during the witch trial kind of thing period.
Oh wow!
So they've actually made a dedicated kilt in recognition of that, and it's like a really cool color.
Whoa!
So I'm gonna try and pick one up.
They made a dedicated what?
A kilt, a tartan, a dedicated tartan for it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What colors are they?
It's like black, and I'll look up and see if I can find it, and I'll tell you what it's called. It's like the blood of witches, I think it's called.
I'm gonna go with do not waver.
Do not waver.
Battle tactic.
Okay.
No wafers allowed.
No wafers for you. Let's not even do not waver. Scottish witch. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So then we'll go into heroic phase. What else shall we try?
My mom's clan is so small they don't even have a tartan.
Really? Wow.
Caldo.
Wow.
I'm gonna bring it up.
Sorry, which one are you doing?
I'm doing Do Not Waver.
Oh no, you got it. No. You can't see it. Anyway,
it's
that's
completely
the. I'll show it to you while he's.
Actually, put on the dice cam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
the dice cam, that'll work.
Because
Yeah.
unfortunately the focus is 10, 12 feet over.
You can also send it to me.
And
if you
the
want
red
to
of
put
it's
it on.
like to represent the blood of witches and stuff.
That's beautiful.
That's really nice. It's quite like classy.
So
Sorry, there's
chats.
nothing dodgy there. Thank my nudes.
Nanda says, "Where's the beer? It's gone. Now it's water."
Oh, I was
what
drinking
happens
Iron
here.
Brew, and that. Yeah, well, I mean, we're old now. Like, do you want us to like leave the stream every 5 minutes for a pee because we're old?
Leave the stream for a stream, if you will?
Yeah.
Thank
Well
you.
played,
That was a
sir.
delayed laugh, but I was like, I thought that was better than what I got at first.
I stream the stream of time.
We're going to try for a
gone
fleshy
by.
abundance once again from the Guo.
You're gonna double one this guy.
Don't do this to me. I'm using your dice.
You're gonna. Really? Do you want to use my?
This might.
I need a 7. I got a 7, but now
You got that one.
Whoa.
Take that.
no
Nope.
fleshy abundance on the Blight Kings.
Who you're messing with.
Half the movement characteristic. What's within 18 of my boy? You're my boy, Blue.
Hopefully we're being entertaining for you, where it's two nerds pushing around toy soldiers on a thing. Hopefully people are
We
having
can
fun.
only hope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to hit the old Doomfire Warlocks with a cloying Quagmire.
Okay.
These are such fun names. I fail. I need a 7.
Are all the Nurgle ones 7?
It certainly feels like that. Yeah,
That's
they are.
crazy.
And there's no pluses here.
Like, yeah, I get the joke. It's their number or whatever, but like,
It's
It's kind of rough.
yeah.
Yeah, 7 is Nurgle's number.
was like 3 because of the Nurgle.
The blessed number.
Yeah, because of the thing,
Yeah.
but no, it's 7, which is why they all move 4.
Yeah, aren't they? Isn't it 6, 7, 8, 9 for the 4 Chaos Gods?
Yes.
tartan
Yeah.
sauce on you, fishy.
8 is corn, right? Yeah, it's 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
I'm not going to explain what that means.
And 13 for the Skaven.
Skaven, yeah.
So unfortunately, that's all my casting.
Cool, I'm going to do all my
One more.
shenanigans
The
again.
Spoilpox Scrivener on a
Okay.
2-up. Yes. So once again, those lads are gonna have a +1 to save.
Well,
Well, Mr. Bond. And
I
that's it. Then
just
now
can't
you do
tell.
more fun hero stuff.
well, my
Pace around. How am I gonna spend my 4? You have 5 CP this turn, actually.
Yeah, no, it's great. I feel special.
And you are.
I'm going to try and give the Sister of the Slaughter over here if they're in range. We'll see if they're in range. Is this 12?
Mhm.
Look at this 12. Isn't it neat? Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and give them the 5-up ward. I get it.
Yes.
Yay. Specialness. I should have kept the
Specialness.
token out
Look at all your
somewhere.
tokens.
I know, go on the
Roman
middle.
says, tell Kenrick not to worry if he's entertaining or not. This is easily the most entertaining thing I'm watching on YouTube right now.
Roman said that?
Yep.
I mean, it was me that was asking him again. So disappointed about the beer. Again, if I'm drinking beer, I will be off every 5. I drink more
I've got
spirits.
more beer. I offered it to
Do you have wine? I love white wine if you have white wine, but not a beer. I wasn't even drinking beer. It was Iron Brew. Were you drinking beer? Why are
No.
we talking about beer?
No.
It's just a whole different discussion.
Just
Um,
bros having beers.
What was else I was going to do? Oh, yeah, I was going to do... I might try and
Might try and
a
try.
cheeky
A cheeky try.
Actually, no, we're not going to do that one. Yeah, we're going to do spend 1 and the Hag Queen. I'm just going to try and roll for it because I'm not that fussed. The Hag Queen on foot is going to try and do the Heart of Khaine. It doesn't go off. I didn't want to waste. The reason I did it on her is because I only need to get it on a 4 up.
Right.
I
And then you
don't
have the
really
other
mind
points.
if I don't get it out because the only thing it's going to really affect is them when they come in if they get in this turn.
Yep.
And I don't want to like roll a 1 and lose my 6s.
Yeah.
Like I want to keep
like you
those
just
for me.
did.
Like I just did.
That was actually smart.
Also,
Yeah.
you could have like if you hadn't rolled a 1, you would have been able to roll over the points next turn and get it more easily.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Prayers are really good for that. I think.
And with
for
the +1
banking.
-1, it's like makes it not as bad.
Yeah.
And that's
+1
the
to
other one is
prayers
going to
is
be the
super good.
crone. So the crone's a bit. I already have a -1 on them. I think the only thing I might do is try and do an ability on the witch elves.
Okay.
It doesn't go off, so it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Feels good when you waste a bunch of
Yeah,
dice
no,
rolls
it's
on
like
a
when I
heroic
waste all these
phase.
ones after you just did. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the game where we all roll ones.
Whee! I'm gonna reopen this.
That's fine. It's getting darker now anyway.
It's getting dark, too dark to see. Okay, so we are do not wavering, which means we have to be in combat with 2 units and not lose anything.
Well, two units have to have activated in combat,
Gotcha.
and you can't lose.
And I can't lose any units.
So it'd be really bad if you lost as plague bearers.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go into les mouvements. Les mouvements.
I was just about to say we should disconnect the overhead. It pooped out.
Oh, there you
no.
go. There you go. That was secretly why I was opening why I was opening the window. I was like, maybe it's gonna overheat.
We could have done so much stuff.
That was quick though. That's an hour and 20.
It's hotter today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a heat thing? It just.
It's right up against the ceiling and it just vents into the. We need to
Put some
solve
ice
that.
cubes on it.
Yeah, it's actually semi-water resistant.
Like
but
tape an ice pack to it or something.
We have to figure out how to get a fan up there.
what is the?
I take it Maggotkin is still very good at not dying. No, he just rolled really well on his ward saves.
They're not
and I
bad
rolled
because everything's a
pretty bad.
base 5-up ward.
Some stuff is really good, like the Blight Kings. Like,
Yeah,
what do you do
they're
against
3-up,
a-
5-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy. What is the movement on the Jaws again? Is it 10 or is it random?
It used to be 3d6.
It might be that still. It is. All right, we're going to roll for that. Les mouvements.
500 miles I would.
Okay, cool. 7, the number of Nurgle.
Dale's feeling very Scottish with the Proclaimers in the background.
To walk 1,000 miles, just fall down at your door. The other thing is that every time I think of that song, I think of How I Met Your Mother when they're driving across the state, and he has a cassette which is just that song,
Right.
and they have it on repeat
haven't
for like
seen
a
that
9-hour
forever.
journey or something, and it goes through the stages of like loving it, really loving it, not liking it, hating it so much you want to throw out the thing, but then coming back to loving it again.
That song reminds me of junior high because I used to play it at every dance in junior high.
And now that I've played a few games, I have to say that Destruction has the worst battle tactics right now. Actually, so historically, yes, but the new Wolves and the Chariots, you can actually do that tactic where you charge 3 units out
From the
on turn
deployment
1
zone.
because if you take the Hero
That's
Chariot,
interesting.
you can do once per game plus 6 movement to all your chariots. Wow. So if you've got them in the light because they can run in retreat and charge. Sorry, not run and charge. You can like push up with the extra 6 inches. They're like 12-inch movement chariots or something, and then you can essentially charge them all in. Wow. They don't do any damage, but you get your tactic.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I have to say that Saul is right. The destruction tactics are easily the worst. Yeah. It's kind of funny because he's new to the game, so he's kind of going through that journey that we all went through at the start of the edition, where we're just like destruction.
Yeah, it's like they gave them a tactic which I don't know anyone who's successfully done the tactic.
Right.
The cunning approach one's not too bad when you.
Yeah, time to get stuck in.
Just because it said the stream starting soon.
Sorry,
so.
I was.
Yeah.
Time to get stuck in, I believe, is the
one.
one.
Saying that, that one's doable. I have no idea what you're doing. You're moving stuff around.
Yeah, so we moved the spell. This guy's giving everybody +2 to movement, so they're getting in quick. They're going over there.
Yep.
I'm going to spend a CP and auto-run my Plague Drones. They move base 8, I think. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So now I am moving 14. Look at me. I'm a Doomfire Warlock.
That's pretty impressive.
So I'm going to try to be cheeky myself. Ooh.
Look at that. They control 1, 2.
I would show you guys the overhead, but the camera is currently on
Oh,
some
is it
battery.
still?
The camera's dead. We're going to give it a second.
Okay.
We might wait until the next movie.
So the
phase.
plague
Yeah.
drones are coming in along the street.
Forgot about that. Brr.
Very
These
scientific.
plague drones come down the flank 14 inches onto the point to put one plague drone on the objective, which no one currently controls. So that's all he needs. I don't like the fact. Did Big Boy run or did he just move?
Just move.
Oh,
Because he
I
gets
don't
the
like that.
+2
I don't
from,
like that. Don't like that at all.
the Field Sergeant.
Don't like that.
So yeah, it's actually a little scary for this Canary.
Question for you. What does the tree even do now?
The tree.
Since you don't have summoning points. Because the
If-
tree used to give you summoning points.
Yes.
So what does it do?
if you're within, I'll double check. I think it's 6 inches. On a 4-up, you get diseased.
Oh,
Yeah.
so just stay away from the tree
Yeah.
unless you're going to punch it.
It,
Okay,
it gives
cool.
you
Don't
a
go-
free do not waver.
That's great.
It does fight, but it sucks. The
So,
one
yeah,
thing that's
you'd
You'd
wild is
think
they.
it would be 7 inches just for.
Yeah. I never thought about that till right now. You would think,
I'm
but it
just
isn't,
not
which
gonna
is
go
cool.
near your stupid tree.
Yeah, the trees kind of suck now, to be honest. They're just a great thing to launch off of. But if you can get the little what's his name, Snail Boy out, he can have a second tree.
Slimex?
Yeah, Horticulus Slimex. He can give you a second tree, and then you can sort of have a bit more of a 12-inch bubble.
Field Sergeant is infantry only.
Yes, that's true.
That's true.
Move your fat boy back 2
That's
inches.
true, Alex. That's
Thank you,
true.
Alex. I don't use it because I don't cheat. I think Kenrick
I
is applying to great. Yes, he's going to move him back. Yeah.
I thought no, he's absolutely right. So he moves 6.
Just move him back 2.
I thought I could do it on monsters if they didn't.
You
have
can run him
5.
if you want to run him. Just means you won't be able to try and charge because I probably will redeploy.
Well, Kenrick thinks about that. Yes, the tree for some reason is within 6 inches on a 4-up. It has the diseased keyword.
Oh, so it's on a
4 up within 6.
Yeah,
So it's almost as useful as the Idenef Deepkin boat.
almost.
Where it's just like,
Yeah.
this is a thing if you're wholly within 6 at the beginning of the game. And that's really
Yeah.
it.
Almost. I'm not gonna run the Guo.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to go for a long bomb charge after
Okay.
you redeploy. Yeah. So that's my movement. Let's try this bloody camera.
If you pee on his tree,
can.
That's
you end
true.
up
That's a
getting
good point.
diseased.
You well, 50% of the time you will.
50% of the time it works. Nice.
Every time. All right, I did get the top-down working again. I'm just gonna
Okay.
give a quick recap here, just so actually brought these guys back a little bit to protect from the Canary in the corner, and then in the bottom corner over here, auto ran my plague drones to try to grab this point, and then in the center of the board, the Blight Kings were allowed to get the movement bonus from Field Sergeant, so they're just within 3 of the Sisters of Slaughter. Is that right?
Yep.
The redheads. Yeah.
Yep. And he's going to double on his charge.
Ran the little Bile Piper and didn't run the Guo, didn't run the spell, and
'Cause it
kept the things in combat. The spells
He
can
just
run.
rolled a 7. Can they?
The thing that's crazy is you can't auto run them because it's command, but you can make an endless spell run as far as I know.
Well, I'm going to spend a
very-
CP
Yes.
to redeploy my budgies
Okay.
a whole
Big
4 inches.
4. That's huge. That is huge.
Okay, you can do your shooting if you want while I'm doing my.
Well, I think I'm out of range again because I think the only thing that shoots is the Guo, and I think it's only range 7.
Stupid wings.
Yep.
I'm going to shake my butt while you can see my butt.
I've got the overhead on.
Oh,
But for those that
you were getting that for free.
Members only.
Okay,
Members
so
only
that's
get
going to
the
make
bike
We're
it
shaking it,
a.
everyone.
It's an 11-inch charge if you want to bring
Like a
your
Polaroid picture.
guy out of the game.
I like my odds. I like my odds. And just keep him out of the game for the rest of the game because he moves.
So I'm actually gonna spend 1 in your shooting phase to shoot with my canary.
All right.
2, 4, 6, 8.
I think I'm just going to kill the top
10,
down camera again.
11. So these normally would be 3s, 4s, Ren 1 damage. 6 is auto wound, but they're now going to be 4s because of the -1. I feel like a school teacher.
Okay.
So, children.
Do I have it right though? You're on 2 CP and 4.
Yes.
I spent 1 on the
did
auto
you?
run. Yeah. Thank you.
What are we doing today, children? Well, we're going to try and kill these people. So that's 2 autos and 1 wound. So 3 at rend 1.
3 at rend 1. So 6 up saves.
Yep.
Saves 1, and then they're 1 damage each.
Yep.
I'm assuming, and then 5 up wards. 1 will go through.
So the main reason I did that is because whenever Heartrenders do a shooting attack, which is counts as, I get to move D6 inches.
Oh!
Whoa.
So what I was going to do is steal this point back.
Steal the point back. That's actually
2.
awesome. I forgot they
Maybe not. I can just put 2 on there, so it'll actually be a tie, because I can't get
Be into
this
combat.
one too close.
But it's his turn, so it doesn't matter.
So you just keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have to more than tie
Yep.
to take. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's huge. That's huge.
Well, it's not really, because you're still going to have more. It's just going to be...
True, because of the redeploy there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to risk. Here's your Great Unclean One's control 5. He could probably do some damage to him. It's not worth throwing that away.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's your
Charge
phase.
clock.
I have 2 CP, you have
3. Guo's going to charge? Oh, I saw that 5.
Do you
No.
want to re-roll that?
No.
Sure. And then roll a double 1 over here.
The jaws are going to charge? 6.
No, they're not gonna.
Nope, not anybody. New dice time. And then
The other one was an 8. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Double 1, double 1. Spend the CP.
The Blight
double 1,
Kings.
double 1.
Oh, 3 gets it.
I saw a 6 there. For a
But you're not going to get everyone in.
No, it's
so
not.
you're probably going to want to spend the CP.
No, I'm not. I played long enough to not fall for that anymore. But
I thought that said hello dentist, not hello dearie. Hello, Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, guys, where to go?
hello, dentist.
Oh, hello, my dear. This is your and I, Doubtfire.
So I might not totally fail my battle
I actually
tactic.
thought about doing that at a convention for a laugh. Just wearing a dressing gown and a wig, and then putting my face covered in cream,
Oh, that's good.
and just walking around, just be.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
That'd actually be hilarious. That would be fun.
Help is on the way, dearie.
Help is on the way, dearie.
On the way.
Would you like to countercharge me?
Oh, I can't. No, you're good. I want to actually have some CP for my turn.
You can try it.
I don't know why, because I can't rally anything, because they're all stuck in combat still. So.
Okay. So then we go into combat phase abilities.
Yeah. So I have my 3+ to give my sister Slaughter +1 attack. Yeah.
And you do. And that's the redheads?
That's the redheads.
Okay.
And they're also going to spend the CP to strike twice.
Okay.
Oh.
They're going to lift these plague bears. I'm going to fail this tactic. It's all coming together.
Maybe.
It's all coming together. So we're going to start with the Blight
I have a little token that
Kings.
says strike first, strike fast, no mercy. Or strike first, no mercy, even though they don't have strikes first. So just to remind you that these Sister Slaughter are currently strikes twice, 5 at ward, no commands, +1 attack, -1 to hit.
Where does the -1 to hit come from again?
The bucklers.
Okay.
It's on there.
It's
and
just on there.
Just in combat, -1 to hit.
Oh, the -1 is brutal.
Yeah, it makes them really fun against destruction, especially with the no commands, because now most of the stuff's now hitting them on 5s and they can't do anything about it.
And it's not even just destruction. There's a lot of armies like
Yeah,
Skaven that
yeah.
are just hitting on 4s most of the time.
Even, like, it's funny, like, even against things like Varangard, like, -1 hit,
Yeah.
-1 wound, -1 attack, no commands, if
Yeah,
everything
3s
works.
to 4s is crazy.
Yeah, and they can also have a 4 up armor save, potentially a 5 up ward save. 6 is doing mortal wounds back to you, but then they can also have Martyr's Sacrifice. Martyr's Sacrifice is if I lose a model, on a 5 up you take a mortal wound. If I get it off in the level 2 version, I roll 2 dice for each model removed.
Wow.
So you can like set up a very bad trap if you put investment into it. And don't do what I did and like move and charge turn 1 for a thing that didn't stop a tactic. But I wanted to show you fun things, not traps.
It was cool.
You fell for my trap card. Yu-Gi-Oh! Ooh.
Right.
Kaiba!
Still 4 attacks base, so there's going to be 4 in.
Yep.
-1
to hit.
-1 to hit, so these are going to be from 3s and 3s to 4s and 3s.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's wonderful. I love
And
it.
there is no crit nothing.
That's the thing about the 4s, right? Like,
Yeah.
we just
3
said it.
at rend 1 for 1 damage.
So I am wholly within 9 of my cauldron, so it gives me +1 armor save in combat. So the 4s go to 5s, with 6s being the mortal back. So no mortals back, no saves, 1 damage.
Yeah.
And they have a 5-up ward currently. I save 1, so 2 die.
Okay.
How dare you kill 2 innocent ladies with knives and whips? Actually, they don't have knives, they've got whips and shields.
Roman says out of phase movement is the best thing in the game, but -1 to hit tech is right after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really like, so with the lore of Khaine, the manifestation lore, like the other 2 manifestations are not that good. Like the blades can potentially be useful sometimes and that. It's mainly the heart, because there's not much in the game that gives a -1 to wound. And -1 to wound is really rough on a lot of stuff.
Especially stacking it with the -1 to hit.
For
from the
sure,
bucklers.
yeah.
Like, yeah, at least if you're using them in the front lines.
Yep.
So I cannot all defense my plague bearers, correct?
Nope, because they're
in combat
still
with the-
they're still that. Well, that's the unit. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still debuffed.
Uh-oh.
So we're just gonna put everything on the plague bearers
Okay.
because everything can get in.
Bear says, heads up, the main cam is a bit out of focus.
It's good. It means you
it's
can't
been-
see my head spell spot.
It's been focused on the players more.
Yeah, so it's a fixed focal point, so we can't, like when we're over here, we can't be in focus.
4 dead.
But when we're here, hopefully we're in focus. Let us know.
I think he's looking at the models.
5.
The models are not in focus.
6.
That's supposed to be covered by our top-down camera that's not working at the moment, but it will
Overheating,
be.
yeah.
It will be next movement phase. But yeah, it's a very shallow depth of field.
13, 14. So I have 5 more dice to roll.
Okay.
So these are this again. 3s, 4s, rend 1 damage. So 1, 2. Is that 5?
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at that.
That's
Look
pretty
at that.
scary.
I'm just going to roll those in because they're the 5. Okay. And then this the wound. But I have to get 4s. It's always the thing.
Yeah. It
Next
starts off
turn,
hot.
I get +1 to hit. Actually, yeah, because this turn I'm on +1 charge. Whee! See, look at that. Nowhere near as cool. So I'm just going to pull out the ones. So 2, 4, 6, 7. Wow, look at all that. See, that's how the things can roll against you when you're hitting.
It's like
on
playing
4s,
goblins.
4s. Yeah, no.
Wounding on 5.
Okay, just round 1. So it goes through.
Wards, 5 up wards, and we fail exactly 4. So 2 are dead. 2 are dead.
My rolling is blurry.
I don't think
Is
it's
that better?
the dice are blurry. I'm not sure what he means.
Everything's blurry. Everything is blurry. Everything is blurry. It's a song by Puddle of Mud. That was my attack with them.
Okay, so then the plague bearers, I guess, are the only other thing I can. So as much as I can, I can't leave combat, but I am just gonna pile. Actually, what am I gonna do? Yeah, I'll pile away as much as I can.
How dare you?
I'll see if I can fix it a little bit.
And then I'm gonna put everything into the Sisters of Slaughter with the 5-up ward anyway.
-1 to hit me.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
You're not super in focus even at the back of the table. Oh, that's weird.
Then we probably are off. How are we now? It should be, it's a micro 4/3, or no, it's an APS-C sensor, so it's pretty,
Is that better, guys?
this whole area should be
Yeah,
in
maybe
focus.
it's your connection. Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to Fern.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's your
Your internet
connections.
connection's changing
Yeah.
the depth of field.
Maybe if you're a subscriber, you'd get focus.
Maybe if you donate.
How many of you had to drink beer?
Just keeps being like, oh, my glasses are
There you
off.
go.
It's out of
Or
focus.
it could just be like them not in HD. Like sometimes YouTube's just like it downgrades you to
Yeah, it's at like
360p.
120p.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It seems to be better now.
Okay, thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, we do appreciate it.
These are, what did I say? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 plus a champ. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 plus a champ. We really want 6s because it's just crit mortals. There's 3. And then we get 1 normal hit. Dude, I'm going to clip that later and send it to you. So it's just the 3 mortals.
3 6s. 1 6. Oh, no, 5s actually. But yeah, still 2 die. So that's 4 attacks less. It wouldn't be bad if I could actually roll to wound. I'm going to sulk about that.
Sulk about it.
Sulk about it. Like a smart.
All right, you get to do
we're
more
going to
stuffs.
go with the Sisters of Slaughter that are over here, and I'm going to pile in. So it's going to go this way.
I love how like we put you on this side of the table.
I know,
and then we
just spend the
fighting
entire
over
game
this
being on the
corner.
wrong side.
And it's like mostly your activations too, so it's like...
We'll know for next time.
What the heck? Yeah.
Well, I mean, we just decided to pile up on the same side of the table, that's all. So I'm not going to get everyone in. These guys are going to have to go back here. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8.
Measly 8.
8. And the champion's not in, so it's just 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. He said the dice were weird, so we should check how the dice are looking.
I think he just meant you when you were rolling or something like that about the center of the table or the center of the.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Come on.
That wasn't as bad. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7 at Ren 1.
Sleven.
Lucky number 11.
Lucky number 11. Ren 1, you
Yep.
say? So they go straight through on my plague bears.
Yep.
So they just wards. I got there eventually. Oh no! 1, 2, 3 dead.
How many got left? Too many? Okay.
It's still gonna be 9, I think.
You're done for attacks, aren't you?
I am. It's all you.
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
Sorry, what's the CP situation? 1 and 3?
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah.
He can't spend it right now because the Sisters of Slaughter have no command ability turned on, so anything in combat with them, you can't use commands.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
just because it lasts
also known as
until...
devastating.
Yeah.
And what gives them that?
It's so the crone, and because it lasts until my next turn.
Is it a prayer or just
no? It's just the crone's
you
ability.
Can't even like stop her.
No, it's on a 2-up. It's on an infantry unit only. So the crone has to be 3 inches of the shrine, and then the unit is casting on as an infantry unit, non-hero, wholly with an 18. And then on 2-up, I roll it, and then I pick one of those 3 abilities. And they last until my turn. So I can essentially put it on 2 separate units if I want to.
That's Daughters of Khaine.
Daughters of Khaine.
Completely reasonable. Also, points are fair.
They
Team Fire
are.
Warlocks, 150 points.
Yep.
Reasonable.
Yep.
The only thing that's like reasonable is Marathi. 760 or whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The cauldrons are too expensive. So the cauldrons and the Medusa probably is too expensive for what they do. That's the problem. So the army is the units are probably a little bit undercosted, but the heroes are a bit overcosted. So and also like they can die really easy. Like these are 12 wounds on a 4-up, 6-up. They can die quite quick.
Yeah.
And if that goes down, then her abilities don't do anything. So a lot of it is like I can do lots of stuff, but it's like layering multiple things together to do that. So
Yeah.
That's my
Wow.
all of it.
That's not
But
boding well for the plague.
I don't know. I mean,
okay.
Everything's fine until I try and wound you,
Wound you,
and then it just doesn't go as well.
These go straight through as well,
Yep.
right? So 5-up wards.
Oh no, these are M1. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Either way, so that's 1 damage.
And then the horses are 4s and 3s. Sorry, 5s and 3s. 2
4s.
2. No rend. So you did get saved.
So 6-up save fails both, and 5-up ward saves both.
Ooh. And then I get the Sisters of Slaughter.
Okay. And then they're fighting twice, right?
Yeah. This is the fight twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I did that +1 attack the first round.
Ooh.
I forgot.
The Sisters of Fight Twice.
Yeah.
The Sisters of Fight Twice.
Yeah. I also forgot in the first round of striking that they have 3 attacks each currently, not 2 attacks. So 1, 2. How many have I got left?
Just the
I've got
layers
2,
of
4,
cool
6.
rules in this army is.
So 1, 2.
I was playing
3, 4.
a dock player at round 5 of Wet Coast, and the whole game I just kept going, you do what now? What? And they have what now? What? And run 2? Oh, what? It's pretty wild. Especially as they start to power up, they get like crazier.
Oh,
and
yeah.
crazier.
So I have 14 left in the unit, so I'm just going to roll 7 and 7s, people's worth. So this is the first 7.
Okay.
And then I'll have the champion to the next one. Remember my own rules would help a lot. So 2, 4, 6 at end 1.
2, 4, 6, and 1, and then another set.
Oh, they got the champion. Whee!
Champion.
Yeah, I might have, I don't know if I'll get them with this, but I might have got them if I remember those ever attacks. Oh yeah, go for it. Quick, while he's gone, talk about politics and religion. Go, go, go. 2, 4, another 6.
Okay.
These are N1, so it's just down to your ward saves.
Okay, 5 up
And you
wards.
got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, you got enough.
And I made quite a few.
Yeah,
so
but you're going to be fine unless I can pop my D3 mortals.
5 saved, and then 2, 4, 6. So because that'll make it 7, will be 8. So that'll be 4 dead exactly. 1, 2.
I'm assuming they aren't powered up. They do nothing. Yeah, so basically if they're not powered up, they're just hitting on 3s, 4s, round 1 damage. If you power them up, you can get +1 attack from the Cauldron, +1 to hit, wound, and attack from Sacrament, and the 5 up ward.
Yeah.
So even the Sister of Slaughter could be 4 attacks each, 2s, 3s, round 1 damage, and then if you've got Mind Razor and stuff.
Mind Razor's crazy because +1 to wound and +1 rend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of wild. And then you've also still got the potential for making the minuses.
So it's
to
just
hit and whatever.
overstacking, overlayering buff, which we're going to try and do it in a minute in my turn.
Yeah. Yeah. It gets saucy.
Yeah.
So your D3s, did I pull out of range of these ones?
Maybe. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So just the ones that are in combat is 2 mortal wounds.
2 5-ups. Here we go. Nope.
Yep. So that one
Kills
dies.
another one.
But not enough to fail a tactic.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. Now you have your disease rolls.
So I have my disease. So everything that is in combat. No. So then the Doomfires will also get a disease. And then we will roll for all of them. Disease. Okay, so we'll start with the blue-haired gals first. This is a 2-up D3 for nothing. And then the Doomfires for 2.
They take wounds.
And then the Sisters of Slaughter for nothing. My disease is not paying off.
It's great. I love
disease
it.
is weird. It's very, like, when it pays off and it's like 3s and 3s and 3s, it starts to stack, but
or you
not
get
so
stuff
far.
that's got maybe like Stormcast that don't have the mortal wound protection.
Yeah, and it starts
less
chipping
bodies.
away. And
Yeah.
It can be saucy. Now,
Okay.
I will let you know that I can spread it through. So, like, next turn, if the Cauldron's still within 3, they can get it. And, but they're fine for now.
Okay, so you get another 10.
Oh, yeah, I do, because that weird thing happened, and then you redeployed away.
Yep, because you still have the free back points.
Yep, and then we're still just tied on the one you didn't take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 8 to 20 at the end of your turn, and we still have 1 and 3 command points.
That is correct.
Yeah. I would have got another like 15 attacks, but I don't think it would have, with the way I've been rolling, and like I've only been getting maybe 6 wounds each time, so that still wouldn't necessarily be enough to pop the unit with saves, so I'm not even going to worry about that. I'm just going to kill them normally.
All right.
So what am I going to do for a tactic? There's a nice big chunky guy there. Are those plague bearers in your entourage?
Yeah, they are. Unfortunately, they are.
I think I might go for a nice little caveat of slay the entourage.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty juicy slay the entourage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll slay that entourage.
Slay the entourage being the plague bearers.
Yep.
Okay.
That means it's got to kill him in combat, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, slay the entourage, you can kill them in any
that's
phase.
cool.
It's
Okay.
the slay the...
It's on the screen right now.
Yes, it is. But Slay the Tyrants, which is the order one, has to be cost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to try and do... let's try and do the fun stuff. So, again, these Doomfire Warlocks are going to try and cast Mind Razor on this unit of Witch Elves at the back. On an 11.
Oh my goodness.
So you might get to see what Daughters of Khaine can do. Let's see if it didn't roll double 6. I've got 1 6 there. That was looking spicy. Okay, cool.
Mind Razor is scary.
So now we're going to try and pop the Crone. She's going to try and put Sacrament of Blood onto that same unit. So that is currently a 5 with the 6 I have, spending all of it on an 11 to give them the level 2 version of Sacrament of Blood, which means they have +1 to hit, +1 to wound, +1 attack, +1 to run, and +1 to charge. So currently this unit here, which you can't see because of the camera,
have a top down. We do have a top down.
is currently 3 attacks each, 2s freeze, Ren free against infantry, damage 2. And then I might even be able to get some more spicy stuff on them. So, try and do some more spicy stuff.
They don't even need more spicy
No,
stuff.
they do. They need some protection. So now we're going to do, the Hag Queen is going to try and give them the 5-up ward, which goes off.
Okay.
So then I'll have a 5-up ward. 5-up ward. I'm going to try and give them, I can't do run and charge, unfortunately, but I'm going to try and give them the Crone's ability on a 2-up. Yep, so they're going to have the no commands. Boop. And then I'm going to do...
not like this.
Oh, no. Oh, Kenrick. Time to get the special ointment.
Blood.
So what other things do I need to... I've still got a spell, but they're all the way over there. So I'm actually going to use that spell to try and dispel your...
Endless spell?
Jaws, yeah. On a 6, I don't think that's enough. Oh, no, Jaws is a 6, I think.
Is it a 6?
Because it's not the... It might be a 6, it might be a 7.
You might be right. This is for the...
Jaws, I think it's a 7.
Banishment is a 7.
Okay, cool. So you still have Jaws. I'm going to do... So I've done my 2 spells, because 1 dispelled, 1 cast. She's done her prayer. I still have 2 prayers left. I'm going to... I was like everything. I'm going to do...
Sound like Beavis.
Yeah, go. Yeah, go. I am the great Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole.
So to get the level 2 version of Martyr's Sacrifice is an 8. So I'm going to use my other Cauldron of Blood to put Martyr's Sacrifice on the Witch Elves, which goes off on an 11. So that means they've got the level 2 version of Martyr's Sacrifice.
Oh, no.
Watch them horribly fail to do anything.
Just fail.
It's like buff
charge.
everything and then double one the charge. You heard it here first. That would be my present to Kenrick. And then
It's unlikely.
the last thing I'm going to do is the Hag is going to do Sacrament of Blood onto the Cauldron just because I want to bank some points. For 5.
Nice.
That's
it?
I don't think I can rally. I could spend 1 to rally, but I need to save that.
That's all you got? Just tears coming down my face?
Yeah.
Tears of blood.
Yeah. I think that will be my hero phase.
I'm going to potentially try for a countercast. Let me waste a bunch of time and then fail this roll.
You've got 3 CP.
That's what I was thinking.
And like a lot of the time, the units that you want to use can't do anything anyway.
Exactly, because they keep getting their ability or their commands turned off. Thankfully, the Guo is so big that they are within 12. So I'm going to try for a Fleshy Abundance, which is going to be -1. So I need an 8 on this. I'm going to spend a CP. Thought being that I can make -1 to wound on the
Nice. Yeah, that'll put them back to a 4 instead of a 3. So
Yeah.
that'd be good. No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'll get the lube ready, and you...
Keith has already done that, so he's already burnt that bridge.
Yeah, just heat it up in the microwave or something.
Yeah. So I'm going to do my movement phase.
Okay. Rock and roll.
What are we going to do? We're going to have some fun with some stuff. Dale about to show Kenrick Taste of Prison. I mean, the negative thing is, the good
He's
thing
Scottish,
is,
so it's a
you
wee
put this
taste.
unit here nicely, so
Yeah.
that really helps from my charge charges because I do have +1.
Yeah.
This is putting me on a. It's on a 7 with +1.
Hey, that's my number.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I should have had this unit back here to try and put run and charge on them, because then I could have done like a nice big.
Being the Doomfires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've got a Holy Bee within 12, sadly.
Gotcha.
So.
Interesting.
The problem with a lot of the Daughters of Khaine spells is everything's like Holy within 12, so you've really got to have stuff. That's why you can't have these go off on the flanks by themselves, because then they just don't do anything for the rest of the.
It is like surprisingly a very castle-y.
It is. It really
army.
is. Yeah. Put this pile of tokens here. Do.
So many.
What
So
do I
many
want to do with
buffs.
the other stuff? Because they're gonna kind of go off them. I think these guys are gonna go this way. The Doomfire Warlocks are still tagged in combat, I believe.
Just imagine if the Guo was somewhere where their 4-up fight last could actually be useful.
What's the range for that? Is it combat range?
It's combat, so it has to be
yeah.
like right up in the biz.
That's really not that great.
No, it's not. And it's still a 4-up, so it's like going to fail half the time.
Keith says, I'm not sure that unit has enough buffs on it.
It doesn't. It doesn't have run and charge. I failed myself.
Stupid.
I love how my bodyguard unit's like all the way over here now instead of coming back. Like,
They've like,
because this
Kevin
is so
Costner
buffed
just like,
up,
you're
it's
good,
kind
Whitney.
of like, I think we should be good to push. Don't worry about this, guys.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Where do
I'm
you
out of
guys
here.
want to go? You guys are going to go this way. Do.
Oh, cheeky. Cheeky.
These guys, though, why do you want to go? Do we want to go into them or do we not? Where would 12 be this way?
Scotty says, oh no, super buffed witches incoming. Is that 101 attacks now, Dale? On the witch
I
elves?
think 100. No, that's if I get. So currently they're 4 attacks each.
Oh, just
and there's
4.
20 of them. But I can get the extra if the
To
cauldron.
get them to 5.
Get them to 5, potentially, which is the.
So it's just 81 attacks, Scotty. So calm down.
Small 81.
Yeah, it's just a totally reasonable 81.
Let's see if we can deal with these goobers.
Michael says, if they make that charge, fight twice, a lot of stuff might get.
Oh yeah, I do have a CP still. So it's either going to be used for a reroll charge if I roll really badly, or it's going to be something else.
The fight twice.
Yeah. Do I want these guys out of the way? And then have...
I don't know.
I'm just wondering if it's like worth having the Doomfires somewhere more useful than where they're currently. Because they're in combat, so they're going to take damage, but... No, they'll stay there.
Scotty says slay.
That was well done, Scotty.
Well done in a vertical 1 letter at a time.
Yeah, no
Slay
one
Queen.
managed to like intervene.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's my movement. These guys over here, I don't think they're gonna do anything. Like I could. These are plus a 5-up save right now.
That's right.
I mean, I could go in and get the guy. I just don't really think it's worth it.
Which guys? Those plague bearers?
Yeah, they're plague bearers.
Yeah, so you got this unit of plague bearers here with a hero.
And that one little lad here is the spoil pox,
Yeah.
giving them +1.
And it's like I can go 12 this way, but like if I go into here, he's just going to be able to bring a lot more onto the point. And, you know, we're both 2 wounds each. He's 20 models, I'm only 10. I hit better, but getting them having that damage where having them available next turn to do something might be a bit better. So I think I just leave these guys where they are and just kind of chill out. Maybe just go like this to reduce my footprint. Yeah, I think they're just going to chill here for now. We'll come back to them. Because I don't think they can get... In fact, maybe I don't. Maybe they do go this way. So these 2 are here.
Go within 6 of that tree.
I'm going to do this for now. And then they can debate what they want to do if I get next turn. Because if I get the double, they can then fly over here and come and everything charge in here to deal with this. So then it kind of makes it a bit more interesting. Yeah, okay, that'll be my movement.
Interesting.
Should ban him. Spam's dead. He only did 4 things. That's not spam worthy.
Spam is more like if you bring a bunch of ogres because it's
Yeah.
neat.
Spam, 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 spam.
Spam. Okay, I'm gonna all out defense. My plague bearers are gonna die. I think I will redeploy the Guo with the CP,
Okay.
bringing me down to 1. Come on, big guy. Oh,
Gosh dang.
that's a 1. That's a 1. Hoping to get back on that point, which he does not.
rolled a 1. He rolled a 1.
Okay.
Shooting.
Shoosting.
So these Doomfire Warlocks are going to shoot your
Plague drones?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on the champion. These freeze 4s, rend, nothing, 1 damage. Pada! 2, no rend.
Ooh. Are they 5s or 4s? They're 5s. So fails both, and then 5 of wards saves both.
Nice. And then the Canera are going to do the same, but these will be rend 1 with 6s auto. Auto.
Auto wound.
Auto. 3.
It's
rend 1.
It's the wound rolls
the wound
for you
rolls.
every time.
The wound rolls.
Rend 1 though,
Yep.
right? So all those fail, and then okay, all 3.
I
of them go
sunk your battleship.
through. You almost got 1 bug, and that bugs me.
Scotty says, I had to stop assembling KO to see these witches do their thing.
Oh yeah, we'll get there soon.
Brakes on everything, Scotty.
I mean, this, as I said, unless
It's
I
going to
just
go by
roll
fast, so you're
back.
right to focus.
I could
just gonna-
absolutely whiff, so we don't
could.
know this yet.
But I doubt it.
Cauldron is going to shoot the plague bearers.
Okay.
These are freeze, rend 1 damage. That was a 2. Pew! 1.
1. Rend 1, so straight through. Damage 2, you said?
Yeah, 1.
Okay. Just fails.
70.
damage.
Damage 70.
70 damage.
70 damage. Do you wish to countershoot, sir? I am Marcus Aurelius
Oh, are you within
of the
7?
Roman 17th Legion or 14th Legion.
Maximus
What legion was he?
Decimus
Gladiator?
Aurelius. I can't remember. I
Ross
remember his middle
Crowe.
name is Decimus, which
I
is
am
Latin
Maximus
for
Decimus
Marcus.
General of the 14th
Aurelius,
Legions.
Yeah, something.
And I will rain fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna countershoot your fly. Oh wait, this is my last CP.
Yeah. Burn it
Oh,
now.
it's your last?
Yeah, because he did.
The shooting attack's interesting.
oh,
D3 plus 3 attacks, 3s and 2s,
Did a
rend
redeploy
2,
here.
But
2
didn't
damage.
you redeploy the Guo?
Oh yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
That'd be just cheating.
Again.
Which I approve of, just to be clear.
For those at home that don't know, they changed the thing, so unless you have run and shoot, you cannot redeploy and shoot anymore.
That's true. It took a while for them to change that, actually.
Okay,
Yes.
so the moment we've been waiting for me to fail, Witch Elves, I need to get a 6
7.
on the dice.
You're right, 6 on the dice, because you're plus.
Oh, that's a 1.
That's
so...
a bad omen.
Oh, that's a 6. I think I stick with it. Because,
That gets you in, right?
Yeah, because I don't want to fail it and then...
Yeah.
Because it was a 7 with the +1.
If you re-roll into the fail, it's much more embarrassing.
I'm not
Yes,
spending a
but we're just
CP.
gonna
Let's
find
see if
out.
I would have failed.
Would
Oh no, I would have got
13.
I would have got 13, so they would have been over
But
there.
you want to
so-
save the CP probably for all-out attack or something.
I want to do it for the strikes twice.
Okay, yeah.
And you don't want to risk failing it and then
Yeah.
being stuck with a super powered up unit that does nothing.
Are these removable or not removable?
We usually play the trees removable, right, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it depends on... I always just do whatever my opponent wants to do.
Yeah. I don't think that single tree trunk is going to save my boys.
It's more for the pylons afterwards. Yeah, I mean, we usually do, when we do it at events, we have trees are removable. That's why we usually have the little base things. But these are nice, big, pretty trees.
These are some proper Sylvaneth trees.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna get you to hit you with the freight train straight away.
But you will the
'cause
second
of
time.
that bad roll. Yeah, I mean, it might not matter.
Ironically, it looks like a freight train though, because they're like
Yeah.
going in a straight line.
Choo-choo. Back in the olden days, you used to keep everything within 7 of a cauldron because it gave you a 5-up ward. So all you had was like a cauldron here and then like trails of witch elves all over the place, like trying to
Just to be within
Yeah.
7.
I remember those days. You could actually give them a 5-up re-rollable
Yeah.
ward save
Oh yeah, they were like hyper
Yeah.
tanky.
in a bubble.
this unit here
Totally reasonable.
on 6.
Doc have always had really reasonable rules.
That's something we can all
I
agree
didn't
on.
play them when they had 50-point hag queens. So again,
50-point character.
back when they had, so they were one of the first
Who's
armies to
writing
have
these
like
rules?
a 70% win rate.
I don't know
Yeah.
who made them, but they love Daughters
Yeah.
of Khaine.
And one of the things was, so they had 50-point hag queens, and back then the hag queen you picked a unit and it automatically had immune to battle shock and reroll wounds or something. So they
my
were just
goodness.
like rerolling ones to hit, rerolling wounds, ignored battle, and they were just like 50. And you could have like 4 or 5 of them because
Yeah.
they were 50
And
points.
you could like run and charge.
and then they had the prayers too,
Yeah,
so
they
they're
had the
doing all the
prayer.
prayer stuff.
Oh my goodness.
The unit of Kenrick at the back, I'm kind of half tempted. What's his combat profile?
The Guo?
Yeah.
He's not bad. Keep in mind, he's got the 4-up fight last.
Yeah.
And then he's got the colossal blight weapons, 4 attacks, 3s and 2s, Ren 2, 4 damage.
Keith, we re-rolled it for fun, and I rolled a double 6. So
That's the main thing. And then he's
Yeah.
got 10 Nurgle attacks. So it's 4
it's 4
attacks.
damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably not worth putting those Canary in there.
And could fight last year.
Yeah, I think
And we'll
those
just
Canary-
heal.
Yeah, the Canary are just gonna stay there.
Because he's got the...
Sometimes it's worth trying to hold stuff up, but like not for that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you cannot countercharge because you're down to 1.
Correct.
So now we're gonna see, can I start combat? The Cauldron's gonna try and put +1 attack on the Witch Elves. Oh,
2.
we didn't get the dream. We didn't get the 101.
Scotty's back to building KO.
Okay, so they're gonna pile in.
I've been hanging on to the CP thinking all defense, forgetting that you also just turn that
Yep.
off. So.
Yep.
What am I doing? Get me out of here.
I got on the top down.
I gotta climb. That was just for you then, Rob.
All right.
Get me out of this jungle of pain.
I'm in a glass cage of emotion.
I'm in a glass cage of emotion.
Scotty
I shouldn't
booed.
have drunk that hot milk.
Scotty booed you failing the 3-up.
I know. I'm sorry.
-1.
Can I have a reroll?
subscription.
Okay, but fan. If someone gives us a subscription, it gives me a reroll.
It's true. You can't
It's
argue
true.
with
It's
that.
true. Someone gives us a subscription, you get a reroll for it.
Yeah, we won't count it, but it gives them a reroll.
Okay, so we have.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I think it's everyone apart from 2. These 2
Okay.
that can't get in. Nope. So everyone apart from 2. So it's 18. 18
times 4?
Times 4.
But one of the ladies lost her hand.
I know one of them lost a hand, so I've got to make
So
sure I
-1
don't
attacks.
lose that.
One of the models, bro. It's what you see is what you get. It's WYSIWYG.
WYSIWYG.
WYSIWYG. God, remember when that was such a big thing?
Yeah.
18
Lame.
times 4. 72. Sorry, I'm not very good at maths.
It was a dark age.
2, 4,
It still is in some
6,
games.
8. So what I'll do is I'll do 25. I'll
Oh
do
my
25.
goodness.
And then
3
Rob
times.
can keep us on track. That's that one. Okay. So the first
Oh,
25.
you spent the CP?
These are 2s, 3.
Yeah, you spent the CP on.
Oh,
double
yeah.
attack,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Double attack. 2s, 3s, Ren 3, because they're Ren 1. They're Ren 1 on the charge. They're anti-infantry,
Okay.
and they're mind razed
Okay.
for damage 2
Okay.
and no commands. so first.
Was it this
Oh,
point?
and 6 is auto wounds.
Was at this point he knew he was in trouble.
So that's
Climb the wall, Kenrick. Climb the wall. Ah, yeah. He's going for it.
Well, you said this is a unit I can't bring back. No, use your shirt roll 74 dice. I don't have 74 of this color. They only gave me 28 dice, and they wouldn't let me use my own dice.
I also don't think that 74 will fit in the dice
I don't
box.
think 74 will
It's a
fit
pretty
in the
big dice
bucket.
box, but...
Okay, so that's 3, 6, 9,
We just
12,
can't stop disappointing Scotty.
13 so far.
13 so far, okay.
It's the first
Story of my
25.
life.
13. 13. I wonder if... Oh, I can't reach the great and clean one. These are 2s. Why am I taking those out?
Matthew says, this is some bing bing wahoo.
Bing, bing, wahoo. Scotty, did you grudged me for Northern Wastes, right? I think you're grudging. It's all
I think
coming
it was
back to me.
Scotty.
Yeah.
It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me. That's a lot more. So 13, 15.
And the 6s are autos, right?
Oh, shit, yeah. It's after an hour.
It's all right. We're deep in there. You did good. You did good on the no swearing.
Although that was to hit. So these were after the wounds. So,
okay.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So that's 29 so far.
That's all you got?
And this is the last 25 because it's 74, but then a champion. So.
Yo, Braden. Thanks for
Hey,
joining us.
Braden. So these ones are the autos.
Hey, Braden.
Hey,
Speaking of grudge
hey,
matches,
Braden. Ooh.
Braden and I are grudging in
Richmond Reroll?
Bison. Battered
Oh.
Bison. Out in Winnipeg.
When is Battered Bison?
It's
in
like
Winnipeg?
a week after the Edmonton
I don't know
It's
when
in,
that
Open.
near the end of June, I think.
Yeah, a week or two after. I think it's the next weekend. Pretty sure I'm in Edmonton and then I'm in Winnipeg.
How many
the
did we
weekend.
say? 27 so far?
I have it here. 5,
2, 4, 6,
10,
8, 10,
15, 20. I think it's 29, right?
Ludivicus asks, the question
So,
will be, is
plus
Kenrick still going to
11
be
more.
bow-legged by Northern Wastes?
Maybe. Maybe.
Walking bow-legged.
Maybe.
June 28th. Thank you, Braden.
Howdy, partner. Okay, and then I added the other 11.
Yep.
Okay. And these are rend 3. So these are taking my beautiful 3-up save to a 6-up save.
Yep.
Yikes. And then a 5-up
All
ward.
right. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
5-up ward. Okay, here we
I
go.
think he got cancelled, Quagmire. I think he got cancelled.
Damage
because
1 or damage 2?
Damage 2.
Ah.
Yeah. So 6.
Okay.
So just roll that twice.
What? How many is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18,
I believe
20.
I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Use the shirt, he said.
36.
I thought you were supposed to use the Schwartz.
What's it? 5 at 1?
5 award.
Okay.
Okay, so saving
36, 31.
Braden's asking if you're going to the Edmonton Open.
I sure am.
I might be,
2,
depending
4, 6,
if
8,
I'm
10.
able to get that weekend.
You
So-
should. That'd be awesome.
Saved
I would love to,
10.
just-
So that's what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 25, 26 so far.
Yep.
And we roll them all again. Was that 26? Does that do
Yep.
that does the unit, right? They're 3 wounds each?
I don't know.
It's, oh no.
That's 30.
Yeah. It's almost.
Now
Now
it's-
they're dead. Now they're gone. That's cocked. Take them off.
Jordan says 40 out of 73 ain't bad. Good to see they roll as good for you as they do
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah. It's because I'm not using my 12mm dice. I'm having to use these 16 mils.
I swear the 16mm roll better for me.
No,
Me too. Me too.
Don't you do a thing where I do wounds to me back?
No, that's a subfaction.
Oh, okay. Then why did I bother putting
Which he wish he'd taken
Martyr's
now.
Sacrifice on? I put Martyr's Sacrifice on them thinking I'd get mortal wounds back, and then I could do mortal wounds back to him.
That's all you got?
I wasted my strike twice. It's only once per
It's
game
26.
per infantry unit.
10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. So just for everyone at home, that was 56 damage.
Okay, it's not that much.
It's a casual 56.
Yeah, that's low.
I will activate the jaws. Nom, 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 nom.
Braden says we'll have to meet up for dinner.
I would love that. I'm looking forward. That is all next month, right? June, yeah. So it's the 15th is the Edmonton, and then the 28th is.
Carson win it last year, or he top 3'd, I think. Or
this is the first year that they've had an Edmonton Open.
Oh no, I meant
Battered Bison.
Oh,
Carson did win. It was
think he
Dom
won.
and Carson in the finals. And Braden and Carson paired semifinals, I think. But yeah, Carson did end up taking it with Ogres. It was 3rd edition back then.
Yeah.
I am going the Jaws. They are 10 attacks, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, 10 attacks, 4s and 2s, Rend 1, 1 damage. Charge bonus that I do not have. 2, 6, 8, and 10. 4s. Uh-oh. And
Lativicus says only 56 damage. You needed that extra attack.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. It wasn't that impressive.
3.
You might not have spent. You might not have spent the CP actually, if you think about it.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. 3 go through, and 1 dies.
2 wards. That's the other thing about Doc. I'm like, all of my Stormcast lost their basics up ward, and then your whole army still has the wards. I'm like, what? What don't you have?
It's elves, baby.
What don't you get?
So the reduction is the level 5 ability for the rights used to be a 5-up ward for your army.
Right.
But that got removed, and they got the +1 attack as well. So they kind of made it like you. In a way, this army is designed about trying to get Sacrament out over Mindrazor. Mindrazor is a once per thing cast, and it's an 8. And
It's
I don't
hard,
have any
yeah.
pluses to cast.
Yeah.
So realistically, against most people, I maybe get it off once or twice a game if I'm very lucky, and then a lot of the time they just dispel it.
Yeah.
But having Sacrament, because it's a prayer, because I can bank up my points, and I can have it as my unlimited, it's multiple units. Like having the +1 hit, wound, and attack is actually
good.
probably like it's weight of dice.
Yeah.
Now the save stacking isn't as bad. You don't have Mystic Shield and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And because you can do the no
Finest
commands, having more attacks is maybe better than less attacks at higher end. So
It certainly feels that way.
yeah, yeah. I'm
to you.
going to
Kill my plague bearers. Kill them dead.
yeah. Do you want me to roll or just want to like?
No.
They're just going to go like that.
There's 3 left, and one of them's got a wound on them already. So you just
A
have to
negative
do 5
pilot
damage.
yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So they're gone. So that's your
Okay.
tactic.
Yeah.
The Doomfires don't get to pile because they didn't charge.
Nope.
But those do.
Guys.
Scotty's asking, do you like the +1 attack round 5, or would you rather have the 5+ ward from 3rd edition?
So
It's a good question.
it is a good question because I like having the +1 attack for sure. But again, if I could multiple unit Sacrament and have the same numbers of attacks they have base, which is still like 2 and 3 attacks, maybe an extra one from the Cauldron, but then having multiple units have a 5-up ward, the way I usually play the army, which is like usually try and be more defensive until turn 3 and then push in, then honestly, I think I would prefer to have the ward save.
Yeah, I think so.
Because again, it's the keeping things alive to be able to have those attacks over the stuff dying easier and I have more attacks, but I lost like an extra 4 or 5 models which I could
Makes
have
a big
still had.
difference.
So
Yeah.
oh yeah, I have those guys. How many have I got left? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 dead, so 11 left. 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Braden says, I love how punishing Doc can be. If you can play the army really well, your ability to kill your opponent is always there, but make one small mistake, you can get punished so hard.
And it's really, you have to layer the buffs. The army as itself, as you saw turn 1, like 3s and 4s that ran nothing half the time and 1 damage isn't going to do you well. Like I was rolling so many hits, but then the wounds just weren't coming.
No.
You really need to bank turn 1, turn 2, bank as many prayer points as possible. So then turn 3, you're getting like multiple units going in with the Sacrament level 2. And then, hopefully getting the ward save, the +1 attack, or Mindrazor if you can. But even not, like with the strikes twice, like Witch Elves 4 attacks each with Sacrament, Rend 1, 2 if it's a chosen thing for having more stuff. Like it can still, like one damage can throw a lot out if you just got so many dice. And having the 2s and 3s is probably more important than the extra damage on Ren. These are 3s and 3s. And no Ren because they're anti-infantry.
Keith says, I think I play against Slaves to Darkness too often. I was going to say, any amount is too often.
Yeah. Saying that, there was only one Slaves player at West Coast. Real, like, massive drop.
They've
Still
kind
too
of
many.
Vanished.
Still too many.
One too many. Ren.
Nothing.
This thing has a 5-up, right? Am I remembering this right? I
think it's a 5-up.
5-up save, 6-up ward. So makes 1 5-up, and then they're 1 damage each. 6-up ward. Makes 2 6s, 1 damage. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. And that's all the combats.
And then the
right?
Witch Elves are, because they can't pile in and do damage on that because it's a manifestation. It's not
Right.
in it. It's like I can't do it shrines either. What these guys are just going to do is move back free for their second activation. And just be a little
Can you
bit...
pile away?
Yeah. Okay. Path for the nearest unit. There's no unit they can just move free because they charged. And
right.
Do that, so then I'm within range of all my buffs again if I do choose to take the double if I get it.
Gotcha.
Because if I take the double, then I think that's
we're
bad. Bad news
playing
base.
music.
Yeah, bad news base.
Okay, so you score...
So let's see if we get it. I have more now.
2 more,
Yep.
because you got that one
Yep,
off
so
of
I get
me.
10.
So you got a perfect
So I'm
10.
still the underdog.
Thanks for hanging out, Braden. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Braden.
Is Braden leaving?
Yeah. You gotta go back to work.
Bye, Braden.
Sorry, it was 10?
Yep.
Working late. Good luck, buddy.
18 to
18
to
to
20,
Yep.
and going into round 3.
I'm the underdog.
And you know what that means?
Prio.
Uh-oh.
He made the... what was it going to...
Yeah.
We all knew it was going to
We
happen.
all know the deal.
So I think I take it.
I think you do
Because normally it's not worth it, but considering
There's a big juicy
everything
general
is
right there.
freed up here, and this can just go in here, kill that, means you don't get your rally back for a unit.
Scotty's asking about not rating an objective.
Yeah, I don't think it was worth it. So it's
I'm not
I think
taking
it's
it.
the start of the thing.
Yeah.
I'm the underdog, so I could technically burn one of mine, which I could
No,
do
it can
this
only be in the enemy's...
unless you're the underdog.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But what I'm thinking right now is I take the double, because these Canary come down here, all this jump this unit, all this here jump this guy,
Yeah.
and that leaves 20 Plague Bearers on a thing, and then I just sit on the objectives and do my tactics, and there's not much you can do. So we'll still roll the turn just to see if I can get fun buffs on again.
Oh, wait.
Because it's fun
We
for
forgot
me.
the
You
best
can
part.
Do the disease. Go for it.
The best part.
Everything has herpes.
Everything's got herpes when you're part of a team. Okay, the blue-haired ladies, 2-up D3. What is up with this? The Doomfire Warlocks. Okay, they take 2.
They took but 2 last
Yeah,
time.
they keep...
1 dice.
Okay, and then
You're all one
the
again.
red-haired gals take
Oh, you got a
3.
6! You got the thing!
All it took was some complaining.
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah.
What
You
the
got
heck is going on?
See,
You got the
normally I would just let him take the turn, but that means I can get home at a fairly decent time.
Honestly,
And I'm not here till 11 p.m. or whatever.
yeah.
Leviticus says that's a handshake, right?
Oh, yeah, like we're just going to play
Yeah.
the thing and then,
Yeah.
you know, just to see stuff.
Let's see what buffs he gets.
It's mainly to see if we can, like, get the Witch Elves uber.
Mm-hmm.
Even with, I mean, the thing is, you're still going to get to do your potential strike last thing.
Yeah, on
Is
one
it a
unit.
roll?
Yeah, it's a 4
Okay.
up.
Oh, sniping that.
It's not that
That's
good.
not even
It's not that good.
So it might be better to spread my love around different units, and then if they get one gets,
Yeah.
it's going to be mobile. Okay, cool. So we're going to do. Sorry, you killed 3 Witch Elves, didn't you? I
did.
I owe you a roll.
You have wards.
Which unit was it?
The red-haired gals.
2 die.
Finally, that disease. Is it too little, too late? Yes. Am I going to take it anyways? Yes.
So remember, Kenrick's the underdog. Sorry, I'm the underdog,
you're the
not
underdog.
Kenrick.
I'm
the
the
underdog.
overdog right now. I'm the updog.
Oh no, actually, I took a double, so you are the underdog.
Oh, that makes me the underdog.
You get the extra
until
CP?
I double you.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep, even though I'm down.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because of the change in the rule.
That is correct.
Yep. See, I remembered it before someone put it.
A good memory.
Before
Appreciate
someone
it.
puts it on the YouTube.
The live stream chat.
Actually, because he took the double turn, he's...
All right, Alex.
Is he,
We know. Actually, we very much I always appreciate Alex keeping me honest.
the War Master would not sound like that. He would sound a lot more aggressive. So I don't get to pick a tactic because I'm taking a double and I'm not 6 behind. So we'll go straight into buffs. So the Doomfire Warlocks are going to try and put Mind Razor on the Witch Elves again because it's probably the most fun one to do. I don't get it off, so I don't even get to cast it. Kenrick needs to countercast.
-1
the
to
-1
whatever.
to whatever.
There's nothing left to countercast it on, though.
It's fine. I didn't get Mind Razor off anyway.
I guess I could do it to the Guo. -1 to wound the Guo. Does that even work?
This Doomfire Warlocks are going to try and do... let's try and get a big snack out for fun.
Big
Nope.
snack.
No, no, I'm going to big snake for some.
No snack.
No snack. No snack for you. I'm going to try and put no commands
good idea,
on
Alex. I'm gonna
the Witch Elves. So on 2 up. They get it. They get no commands.
Alex says I was legit typing it when you realized.
I could sense the typing.
Thank
I
God
could
for the
feel it on the
delay.
back of
I
my
could
neck.
sense the grudge.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do...
Why is my neck tingling?
The Hag Queen's going to try and put a ward save on the Witch Elves. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. I didn't get Mind Razor off. You're okay. You'll survive.
Maybe.
They are still
The
active.
Guo's 16 wounds? What is it?
Actually,
20.
Actually,
Actually?
I think you're fine. The Crimfians attacking day 4-2. I'm going to do prayers now.
Me too. Let us pray.
Just like a prayer, I wanna
oh my God, do I pray?
the Hag Queen, before I forget to use it, is going to use her once per game extra D6 prayer dice.
Okay.
And he prays.
So for a 4. So she's currently on a 9.
Wow, that's
So
crazy.
she's going to try and put Sacrament on the Witch Elves.
Okay.
So it goes off on the higher version. So they're going to be Sacrament level 2.
So she just once per game gets to get 2 prayer dice?
No, so basically what it does, yeah, is once per
Yeah.
game she gets an extra D6 prayer dice. And it's got to be in my hero phase.
good.
Yeah.
Just another one of those
Unless you
little
roll a 1,
doc
then it's kind of like...
efficiencies, you know?
Yeah,
Here's,
unless you
here's
roll
a
a 1.
question that only Dale can answer. What is the hipster version of actually?
I don't know. I'm not a hipster. That's a Matthias question.
Shots
AOS
fired by Keith.
You're an
I like
AOS
it.
lip.
AOS
hipster. Yeah, he's just referencing your old channel.
I'll think you'll find. I'll think
I
you'll
think you'll
find.
find. That's very good. That's very
I
good.
think you'll
I
find.
think you'll find.
I love Zach from Hobby Collab. He would like do like something or fail an important roll, and he'd go, "Well, in a way, that's more interesting."
The Cauldron's going to try and put Sacrament on the
That's great.
Cecil Slaughter. So it goes off on a 4. So that'll just give them +1 to wound. Because it just ups their rights for a turn.
For the red-haired gals?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a little
Oh my
skull
goodness.
down to that.
This is a wall.
And then the last one will try and... She'll try and put the level 1 version of Martyr's Sacrifice on them.
Okay.
It goes off with the 5. So that's just 1 dice if they lose a model.
Gotcha.
Not as fun as the other one, but because it's not going to be another
That's
turn,
actually good.
Yeah. That's my... I don't think it's worth trying to heal a unit. I think I'd rather keep my CP. Okay. Over to you.
I'm going to spend a CP, and I'm going to try to cast Fleshy Abundance from the Guo to the Guo. I need an 8. No, it's a 7. Almost got it. Almost made a -1 to wound. I'm down on my knees.
I would have said no. Just to rub salt into the wound. And then my movement. So
Yeah.
these birds, the birdies,
These and
the
birds.
birds, the birds.
The birds move 12?
Have you? Yeah, they fly. Have you heard the news today
No.
about a certain avian news article?
No.
So you haven't heard about the word?
I knew where that was going.
No.
Really?
Can you queue up bird as the word?
Yeah.
Have
Take too long.
you not seen that? It's like a whole thing for like surfing bird.
No.
Have you heard about the bird? Oh, everybody's heard.
All right, Dale's getting way too excited. Cut the feed. pull the Ethernet cable.
Don't do it.
His kilt is blousing.
Pew pew. Pew pew. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. We're coming for you. We're going to stab your kidneys.
The guys are getting loopy. I think I'm going to have to cut them off.
It's the lack of oxygen in the room. It's the Nurgle stench. Makes you very high. Okay.
That's gonna be.
I love that film. Have you seen Excalibur?
Oh, so good.
Such a good film.
And so
the flak ufas Befford duck fiel I used to think that was so cool saying that when I was younger. It means absolutely nothing.
And you were right.
It was cool when you were younger.
Everything's cool when I'm younger. This unit's gonna go. Get off me. 6.
I love your cauldron so much. Like whenever I see them not yours, I'm always like,
That's so
what is
boring.
that thing? And they're like, it's the cauldron. I'm like, oh.
I was thinking about running a double cauldron in this list instead of the. I think I'd drop a unit of Kenrick and Sister of Slaughter. Not Sister of Slaughter, Kenrick and Doomfires. It's just like trying to make the other one more interesting by gluing one of my avatars on the back. And it's just like, it's just still does not look.
Not going to work.
I'm dying. Good, we made someone die on channel. That is not legally binding. I'm gonna move the Doomfires first.
Just a casual 14. What are these, Paladors?
Yeah.
Magic?
I'm actually gonna run the cauldron.
Ooh, boy, are you ever.
11. 6, 12, 13. So it's going to have to be outside of here for you still. It's just because I want to make sure I get them in the bubble range.
Yeah.
We'll also run the hag. She's going to go 11.
This is such a crazy angle from where I'm at. Like the Guo's just surrounded on all sides.
Yeah, I know.
It looks
And the
terrifying.
Kroon. So she's
Kroon.
17. Because she's got a 12-inch movement. D6 plus 1. I think that's everything getting surrounded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you wish to redeploy?
No, I will hang on to my... no, I shall not.
Okay.
Actually, I gotta redeploy.
You shall not redeploy.
I'm gonna redeploy the Sloppity Bilepiper because he's just.
I stand
giving you a
corrected.
nice-
Yeah, I know. Fail charge.
A nice little-
Yeah. That's why I was hoping to springboard of him if I needed to.
Yeah, it just dawned on me.
Okay.
I'm like, he's just waiting to die. So he's just gonna go right back to there.
Gordon's alive.
All
Okay.
right.
So we're gonna do shooting. 5, 10, 11. So same again. Canary.
I'll spend another CP. Wait, what is this at?
This stuff's shooting here.
Yeah, I'll spend.
Down to 3?
He's currently
I'm
down to
2.
3. So
I've
now
done
he'll
3.
be down to 2.
Down to
Yeah.
what is it?
This will put
I'll
him
have
to 2.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just redeployed.
How many do you have?
I have 4 still. I've not spent any yet.
Redeployed spell and then all out defense and shooting.
Cool.
It's like the nostalgia show. So 5 at Ren 1 on your bugs.
Back to my.
Alex is asking if close enough for Guo covering fire.
Oh, probably.
It is.
Yeah, he'll get to covering fire soon.
Failed all 5 of those. How much
That's
damage? One?
crazy.
This one.
Saved.
I mean, the
2.
Canary are closer though.
So that's 2 left. Kills 1, making your charge longer. You fell into my trap. You're killing too much, Dale. You fool.
Kaiba! 2 at no rend on the same
Crazy.
unit.
4s. Saves 1, fails 1. This is just 1 damage, right?
Yeah.
Stays a damage.
And this is the Doomfire Warlocks onto your manifestation. 4 at no end.
5s. Okay, and then 6s. 1 damage.
How many wounds does that thing have?
I think it's 10. Let me double check.
That doesn't make it much fun.
It's pretty chunky.
What's that?
This is the gnashing jaws. It has 10.
The cauldron's going to shoot at him.
Ooh. Ooh.
3 at then 1.
6s. Fails
1
2.
damage.
6s. Fails 2.
That's
4 damage taken.
That is my short time.
You don't have a 5-up? Oh, it's that. It's the spell.
Yeah, it's the end of the spell.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, what in Nurgle doesn't have a 5-up?
What in Nurgle has a 6-up
realize.
save? Yeah.
Hopefully they'll get, like, their own endless spells.
I can't wait for the part when they turn into the Sesame Street aliens on screen.
The aliens in Sesame, all they did is they just like, this like big mouth, and that's it. That's all I do.
All right, I'm gonna take a book out of Mr. Butler, and I'm gonna countershoot Leguo into those ones, right? Are closest? Because they're outside of 3.
Scotty, the main reason we're letting we're keeping going is because we just want to see if the Great and Clean Wrong can roll the strikes last, and if not, then it's just.
This is D3 plus 3, so 2.
Oh, you're spending a CP.
Yeah. I'm down to 1, and then, wait, it was D3 plus 3. So that was 2, that should be 5. So this will be -1, so 4s and 2s. Come on. Okay, 2, rend 2 for 2 damage each into your flies.
Goes through. Into my flies?
Your flies, into your fly gals.
2, 1 dies, and a wound. You wound me, sir. You wound me.
Yeah, I actually think it's a good idea because when I get into combat, I'm not going to be able to all-out defense with this anyway.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah.
but the Floppity Bilepiper will once get to do the
They can
thing.
all out defense at least.
That's true. That's true too.
Okay. So, charges.
Charges. What are we charging for?
Let's go with the Witch Elves because they're the ones that actually matter. 4 at 8.
Oh, that's
will
going to do it.
Yeah, because they get +1 charge.
Because why not? They get that from
8.
turn 1, right? Or turn 2?
Turn 2.
Turn 2.
But because of Sacrament, they have everything right now.
Gotcha. The Sacrament.
Sacrament of blood.
Sloppity Bilepiper on a 2-up. Add 1 to wound rolls for Guo.
Nice.
Ward rolls cannot be made from the Guo. Or subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks made for enemy units that target this unit. What do you think is the best there? -1 to hit, probably?
I don't know. I'm 2s to hit right now. I do have a 5-up ward at the minute. But the more that die, the more I might do damage
More
to you.
bounce back,
Yeah. Next, we're going to do, because everything's over here, these guys. That's an 8 again.
Oh boy. I'm going to take a pic of this for our Discord. A close-up, because it's thematic.
Keith says, as someone who gets food poisoning often, can confirm vomiting not fun. But, in fairness, I don't aim it at people. Maybe that is the fun part.
Missed opportunity, Keith.
Yeah, I think you're missing out on an experience of
I told him to stop eating old potato salad. And Ludivika says, Keith likes the moldy bits, but the moldy bits don't like him.
It's on brand.
Yeah. 2 up, D3 mortal wounds, so 3 mortal wounds.
3 6s.
I'm just going to charge everything in.
Yep, that's just 3 damage. So it's up to 7 taken.
Well, it's like lolling everything in now, just for silliness, just for the picture. Over here, the Canary, 5. I think it gets them in. Oh, with 6, so yeah. Whoa! I'm going to take them out with a bottle.
That's the pro move.
I kill my models with a bottle as we get into the combat, yeah. The bottle of water to the head.
Bottle of water.
Alex knows well about hitting things in the head with a bottle.
What a bottle of water.
And Doomfires.
I'm sure everyone here has joined our Discord watching live, but if you haven't, you should join our Discord so you can see these awesome close-ups of the Guo's last stand.
I'm going to throw everything in for lols. Lols. Okay, cool. I think that's everything charged. Those two can't get in.
Cool.
What's going first?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's the monster abilities, right?
Monster abilities, yep. So I will do my... I'm going to do the Cauldron on the...
Endless spell?
I'm going to do the Witch Elves. Just for fun. I mean, even if they get strikes last.
Oh, right. This is a buff, yep.
Yeah. I'm going to do it on... Yeah, sod it. We'll do it on the Witch Elves. It goes off, so they get +1 attack. So they currently have 5 attacks each. But they do not have Mind Razor, so it's only round 1.
The Guo doesn't have a natural thing. It's just my heroic trait that gives them. That's interesting. Okay, so we're going to try to strike last the
Okay, here we go.
Witch
The
Elves
big strikes last roll. Could be good.
4 up.
Could be good. Yeah!
Ooh, they are fought lasted.
So the Witch Elves are strikes last.
Interesting.
Do you have any other fun?
That's it.
Okay.
That's all the tricks in my book.
Okay.
For some reason.
I think then we go with... I think I popped the Cauldron just to clear off...
The spell.
The spell. And then...
Oh, sorry. And then on a 2-up, the Bile Piper makes the -1 to hits.
Okay. Yep.
It's that too.
On everyone?
Just on the Guo. So anything that targets the Guo is -1 to hit.
So yeah, the Cauldron is going to go on, just because people might not have seen a Cauldron attack.
Alex just reminded you about the sloppity right after you... Yeah.
Sorry, it's
Stream delay.
it's -1.
The hairs on the back
For
of his
hits,
neck were like tingling again.
We're connected tonight, Alex.
I'm actually going to spend my CP as well now. They're going to strike twice.
Okay.
Because they haven't done it yet.
The Fly Girls.
Yep. And they can't get the +1 attack, just for people's references. 1, they're out of range, but 2, they're only elf models. They're Caneri. So we're just going to do the avatars attacks, because why not?
Okay.
So it's turn 3, so they're currently 2s to hit. Oof. And then 3s to wound. That usually happens. 1, Ren 2.
Straight through.
3 damage.
6 up wards. Makes 1 ward. That's 2 more damage.
And then the Hag.
What did you just call me?
Hag. 3 at Rend 1.
6s.
And these are 2 damage each.
1 wound left on the spell. It's dead.
Okay.
It is gone with the wind.
Yostrixa.
Okay. Guo is going to put everything into the Fly Girls.
Okay. Fly girls.
Fly Girls.
Fly girls. Talk about
Fly Girls.
Fly girls.
Fly Girls. Fly Girls. Fly Girls. Fly Girls.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay, 4 attacks with the Blight weapons. 3s and 2s. Ren 2, 4 damage.
Okay. Yeah. Please.
Fails 2 right off the bat. Good start.
2s.
2. Ren 2.
Go through.
8 damage total.
2.
8 damage. Are there 2 wounds each? The
Yep.
Fly Girls?
6.
Talking about Fly Girls.
Fly girls. 1, 2, 3, 4 dead because 1 was already wounded.
Okay, and then we have the Nurglings, which don't really... Nothing to write home about. 10 attacks, 5s and 5s, rend nothing. 6s are auto
I tried to go to the
wounds.
top down, but it went out.
It's dead. 5s and 5s, that's 3 that hit.
I got one for me.
5s, 1 at no rend from the Nurglings.
Why didn't you attack the saves? Witch Elves.
I was just afraid of all the bounce back mortals.
There's only like 1 per guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't roll like great, so you would have
Yeah.
only probably killed like 8 anyway. But yeah, I would have probably
And
gone
then
into
a
them
5
just to
ward.
try and... Oh yeah, because you didn't do the -ward. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. And then the strikes twice right now, so cool. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go with the Canada.
Canada.
The budgies. Budgies.
The Canada.
I know, it's stuck in my head now. Okay, 2. How many in range? Everyone, because your bases are big. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 10. So this is 21 attacks.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Well, I'll defense with my last.
Okay.
Not that it's going to save me any, but
So he's -1 to hit, isn't he?
yes.
Yeah, so I'll save my all-out attack over there.
Yeah.
So these are just 2s, 2s, 4s, red 1 damage, 6s are auto win. So 1 auto.
1 auto.
2s. But it's round 3, so everything's on 2 now, which is nice.
That is good. That is good. I'm seeing.
That's why you don't try and get
Start
things
early.
until turn 3, because it makes up for some of the bad rolls on 4s. So,
Yep.
so 2, 4, 6 at random 1.
Plus
So-
this, right?
Oh yeah, 7.
7 at Ren 1 back on the 5 up because of all our defense. Saves 2. And they're just 1
Yeah.
damage. 5s, 4 damage. That's going to kill 1. And 2 wounds remain. This absolute nightmare of models to pull. Okay.
Beautiful nightmares.
Beautiful nightmares. And then my only other activation is that one last. Oh, I guess the Sloppity. I'm gonna, Sloppity Bowpiper is gonna swing at your Witch Elves.
Okay.
Get ready for this. Okay, this is way better than I thought it'd be, but it's only 3 attacks.
Y'all
Fours-
ready for this?
Y'all ready for
no
this?
minuses. No
4s
minuses.
and 3s. I was about to ask. Are there any minuses? Okay, all 3 failed.
Wow.
Y'all ready for this? But Ren 1 damage too is actually kind of wild.
4, 6, yeah.
Just imagine if all 3 of those hit.
The Doomfire Warlocks on the birdie.
The final bug bird.
The final bug bird. We need to go karaoke.
Yeah, we really do. We really do. I'd love
3 at Ren 1.
to. 3. Back on the 5 up because of all our defense. Failed all of them. Wicked. Saves 2 of the wards. My wards are always more consistent than my saves.
And then the horses.
What's that about? What's up with that?
They are companions, so they do not get the +1. So they're just 5s. And 3s. 1. No rend.
No. Saves.
You can do your bug.
Buggy. Buggy is the champion. The bugs are actually kind of impressing me.
It's weighted dice.
Yeah. And
Plus
just
everything here
useful.
would get poison if it lived.
Yeah, could give some disease. The champ gets the extra attack, so 4s and 3s.
I'm just
1.
I'm
and
just a
3s. I don't even know what I'm attacking. I'll say the Doomfire. 1 no rend for 1 damage.
I'm just a poop boy. Nobody loves me.
I'm just a
That is pretty good.
boy.
Yeah. I'm just a poop
One-
boy. Was it
one-
1?
Into the Doomfires?
Rend?
No.
Oh, good. 5 ups.
Now the bug.
Big.
The big 4s.
Ooh,
Bug is angry. 3s. Oh, Bug is super angry. 5 at no rend.
On the Doomfires.
Yep. 1 to
5s
one.
again. And 6s. 1 dice.
There it is. Take that,
That's
Warlocks.
it.
Yes.
That's the game.
Companions benefit from all-out attack, Scotty, but
Yeah.
but not the Witch Elf ability.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. That's why I wanted to point it out.
Yeah.
Just to kind of be
No, it's
like I did a thing.
It's good.
Look, Mom, I set a rule.
Look, Mom.
I set
I said a rule right that I remembered, Mom.
I'm gonna prolong this as
proud
long
of
as
me,
I
Mom?
can. These guys are just all gonna power
I'd
on
switch
here.
to the top down for you guys, but it's not plugged in because it died on us. We can try it again.
Let's try it again. Let's give it back.
I'm just gonna put everything on the bow piper.
The ball pipe.
Yeah, just because I kind of want to like one shot. 3,
It is connected now. Okay.
8, 9,
Just in time
10.
to watch me replant this tree.
Yeah.
10. 2, 4. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and champion.
Champion.
2s and 4s.
Yeah, hitting on 2s.
Yep.
What are you, Adeptus Custodes?
Hey-oh!
Whoa!
I have no idea what that means. I know what Deaths of Custodes are. I just don't know if that's a
They
thing.
hit and wound on
2,
2s. At
4,
least they did back
6,
in 9.
8, 9, 2, 4, 6,
9,
8,
9,
9 at
9,
Red
9.
1 because he's infantry.
Into my Biopiper?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah, I want to beat him up because I think the Witch Elves can just like the Great Unclean One.
so mean. He's got a 5-up save. How many was it? 9?
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a 5-up save.
My goodness, it's going to take me like an hour
He's
to roll
dead.
these. Okay.
Because these are 1 damage or 2?
1.
Okay, actually we'll roll wards. He's
I
got
can make it 2 if you want.
He's got 5 health. Oh, he makes 4 of them, and he's alive on 1. I spoke too
Nice.
soon. Okay. It's not like your thing won't just do it.
I also have the D6, the D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The pile-in damage. My brain.
I don't know if I can get
My brain is foggy.
I can't
Getting
get
kicked
everyone
in.
in. Maybe.
It's gonna have a divot out of it like Carson's.
Oh, everyone can get in because I'm 25 mils.
You know, because whenever he makes the thumbnails, his like head was like shiny, and so like the quick select thing always
Just
gives
like
him a
deleted
divot.
it, yeah. We do have fun, don't we?
When Carson's not here to beat you up.
Dale comes in and does the job.
Okay, so this is 101
Dalmatians.
attacks. 2s, 3s. I'm going to spend 1 to all that attack to make it 2s.
Yep.
'cause
And
you
how
minus 1.
many wounds does the Guo have left?
20.
He's got full wounds.
okay,
Yeah. I've not attacked him yet, so I want to see if I can
20?
1-punch it.
20 on a 4-up save,
Like,
5 aboard. I'm
one
feeling
punch
pretty
man.
good about this chat. Poll, quick poll. Do you think the Guo's
Do
going
you
to survive
think? Do you think
this?
he will live from this? Oh, that strikes last. I can't even attack with him first.
Who else can fight? Oh yeah, the
things.
fly girls.
2, 4, 6, 8,
Fly girls.
10, and champ. So the fly girls. Just because I've got them to do as well. I'm getting ahead of myself because I wanted to do the attack.
Mm-hmm.
No auto wounds. Actually, some of those would have missed. I'm gonna reroll it.
Okay.
Because I forgot the -1.
The
so did I.
poll is live.
4, 5.
Will the
Poll is
Guo
live.
survive?
Who
Oh.
believes in the Guo?
So 4s to hit. Sorry, 3s to hit because of the -1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually not too bad. About the same. 4s. So he gets 4 at round 1 on him.
5 ups. Fails 3, and then 1 damage. Takes 1 damage.
Nice. And then these guys over here,
Mm-hmm.
2s and 4s. 2 at no rend on the buddy.
4 ups because he's still OD'd. Fails 1.
Nice.
5 up.
Oh, nice.
Saves it.
That's good. And
Alex
then-
pretty consistently recommending to cheat. And Keith says, raise your hands up in the air. Give the Guo your energy.
Woo. Now it's the witch shells. So this is
It
25
becomes
dice.
like an
So I-
evangelical stream.
I have to roll
I want
this
you to believe.
4 times.
I want you to believe in this Guo.
So the first one.
Because I don't.
Is this the first attack going
This is
into
the
the Guo?
first. This is the first
First
25
official.
of 100.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I will now end the poll then.
So
And so far the Guo's got 19 left. 19 wounds left.
freeze. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. These are only Ren 1 for 1 damage, remember? Because it's not Mind Razor, they're just...
Right.
Yeah. Second one.
But still, he's got a 4-up
Ooh.
base, so.
So these are autos, so you can add those in.
Okay.
2s, and then 3s.
I'm going to make these in nice little piles of 5.
So 2, 4, 6,
Wouldn't
8,
that be fun?
10, and another 11 on top of those ones.
What? Okay.
That's how the dice. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Unless you already counted those ones.
No.
No, 18.
Another 18?
Yeah.
I'm going to run out of
And then I've got the last 20, 25 with the champion.
36, 9, 15,
I just wanted to come under the channel just to abuse Kenrick.
18.
Yeah, that way it's not only in private.
Yeah.
You know?
Feeling pretty good about this.
2,
Just looking at this pile of dice.
8, 10, 12,
Give me the top
14,
down.
16.
Look at these piles of
18 more.
dice in this corner. 18 more?
18 more.
Okay.
And that's me tapped in dice.
Okay, here's another 4.
Let's get them
Complete
all
that
on camera.
5. And then 4 and 5 is 9. And then we need another 3.
So, question: are you going to use your shirt?
6.
Yeah, I think he has to because
I
it's
think I
been
have
requested
to.
so many times.
Okay, and then ahead of time, if a dice lands on another dice perfectly flat, do you count it? Yay or nay?
A good question. What do you think?
I mean, I always do the same thing, so I always play it so if they land on top of each other, that they count. But, you know, I feel like as long as you're consistent. That's why I'm asking ahead of time.
I think we're going to do it that way because I'm not confident about re-rolling it inside of whatever little space is left.
I think that's a good call.
So yeah, here we go. We're piling it up. It's in the shirt. It's officially in the shirt. You get a little belly shot there. That's pretty nice. That's free.
Too hot for TV.
My.
That's pretty.
This could only be done on the internet, folks.
Rend 1.
Yeah, red one.
So looking for 5 up saves.
Yeah, because they
Very
charge.
few actually cocked. This does not look good though. Okay. So we're gonna,
You really didn't roll
we're
very
gonna
many.
pull the successes, unfortunately.
Fives?
Yeah. Because he's a 4-up base.
Keith says, I'll be impressed if Kenrick gets them all in the tray. I think he's going to be impressed.
He did. He
I
did.
kinda,
He got them all
I
on the
kinda
tray.
nailed that. And then 1 damage or 2?
1.
Okay.
I don't have Mind Razor, so it's just
So
a lot of dice.
here, do you mind loading me up there?
Bear can't handle the
Midriff.
midriff.
Oh yeah, okay. Just get your thing out.
Okay.
Get your,
My
get your
thing.
shirt again.
I tried.
Get your shirt out for the lads.
Okay,
Get
5s.
your shirt
My 5 up words. This is why I play
Get your shirt
trolls.
out. Get your shirt
This
out
is
for
this
the
is where I do
lads.
my work.
I still have the canary to strike.
This is the
twice.
money shot.
No.
It's looking rough.
Wow.
It's looking quite rough. I see 20 dice here. I'm pretty sure.
That one's reroll. It's cocked.
Ooh, little. Nope. A nope.
Nope, but do a nope.
Nope. That was a 6. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yep. 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Almost killed him twice.
That's D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, and you get your pile-ins.
So I'm gonna do them over here.
Okay.
So from this Canara unit is nothing, and the other Canara unit is 3 mortal wounds.
Okay, and the 3 5-ups. 1 mortal
Oh,
wound. He
doesn't
survives
kill
on
him.
1.
Yeah. Nice.
Not that it matters.
Yeah.
All right, so the Guo is Guon. You like that? Nobody liked that.
Go on, girl.
Guon girl.
It's a film with Ben Affleck and
Slay Queen. Okay, Guo is gone. We got our top-down camera alive. So the state of affairs is pretty rough. Scoring you up.
10.
Not 10, 6.
Oh, sorry, 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
6.
yeah,
But perfect, as perfect can be.
Yep.
Oh, and you pile and kill this guy on a D3? The pile piper?
Oh, yeah, because I have 3 units that can
Yeah.
do it. So, nope. So 2 up D3.
But don't you get another unit to do it?
No, it's 3 units maximum. So I had 1, 2 over here.
sorry.
So only one.
Oh, wait, so he's alive.
He's alive in 1
I
wound.
was just like trying to pull him out. Okay, so he gives the Witch Elves disease.
Yes.
The Witch Elves will take 3.
Okay. They have a 5 up ward.
The Sisters of Slaughter.
2 die.
Sisters of Slaughter will take 3.
Nice. Combat Queen. 3 die.
The Doomfire Warlocks will take nothing. And that's all my disease.
Cool.
And we can probably talk it out from here.
2.
You doubled me. I don't think I can do a tactic. I guess I could try to take their
What
land.
was his score just for that?
That was a 6.
6? Okay.
Because I can't get a tactic.
Yeah.
2. These ones, isn't it? 2.
But I'll be left with 1 fly on 1 wound, 20 plague bearers, and a spoilpox scrivener.
Can you kind of just show the board state? I've got it on the top.
Yeah, so currently we have 10 Kenrick, 4 Doomfire Warlocks, and 5 Heartrend in combat with 1 Plague Drone on 1 wound.
Yes.
Here we have 20 Plague Bearers and a hero, the Scrivener. Nothing back here. And then over here we have the Crone, Hag Queen, Cauldron, 4 Doomfires, around 11 Sisters of Slaughter, 14 Sisters of Slaughter, 18 Witch Elves, and 5 Canary.
And 1 Bile Piper.
So I've not lost a unit.
Floppity Bile Piper.
Oh yeah, and the Bile Piper's there on 1 wound.
He's taken... Yeah, he's on 1.
Yeah, so neither of the 2 units can retreat because they'll just die.
Yep.
Unless you make your ward saves.
True. That's actually kind of unique to Nurgle. You can kind of try if you wanted to. But I will not be able to score anymore. Maybe take their land once, and then you're just going to perfect out the rest of this game. And that is Age of Sigmar. Thank you, Dale, so much.
That is buffs going
awesome.
going nuts.
It was
it was nice to get. I didn't get both perfect both time, but it's nice to see people, as you can see, that the layering and the buffs.
Yeah.
Using the Crone to try and stop that turn 1 tactic didn't work, but could have.
Yeah.
That was a possibility.
Yeah, it
and
was
then
super interesting.
I think I got to attack with pretty much everything. Like you got to see the Avatar miss, but like it got to attack, do its impacts. You got to see the buffs coming from the Hag Queen, the Cauldron. You got to see all the other little units
Deep
do their things,
striking
like
and-
the Canary doing their shooting and move ability.
That was huge.
The Life Takers also have an ability where when they attack in combat, you can roll a d6 and move them out of combat that many inches.
Nice.
So with the strikes twice, you can do a fun thing of like you go in, you hit them, as long as you can roll a 3 or more, you can move them out of combat, but then they still get to pile in and attack again.
Wow.
So it's kind of cheeky stuff you can do.
Wow.
But didn't happen into this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks to Dale for coming on. Thanks to Kenrick for playing his first
remember
2,000 point game live on stream.
Kenrick's not played
I'm
Nurgle
learning
before,
Nurgle,
so
but
you know.
Yeah. I'm learning Plague Bearers. Probably not worth it.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of useful as a tar pit, but without any minuses on them or anything, it's kind of...
Yeah.
I can see why people maybe go more with the big things and stuff. I think the biggest problem you had was the time you did get in with the guys on the charge, they only rolled the 3.
Yeah.
So you only got in with like 4
4
models or something, and it's just, that unit's
Just not
not doing everything.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dale, for showing your style of Daughter of Khaine. Thank you.
Yeah.
And a lot of this was, I did ask to come on the show because I've not been on for a while. I am on AOS Coach.
Yeah.
I chat to a lot of the Daughters of Khaine players there, and
people
a lot
are curious
of them.
about
Yeah, because
how
there's
you work your
only
magic.
there's me, there's Dustin, I think it is in the US, who went 4-1 at LVO, who used the Crone, and Terry in the UK also uses the Crone. We're kind of the main ones that kind of use the Crone right now. And we're kind of bouncing the lists around with each other and stuff. And yeah, the thing I like about it is it's one of the only armies I've had play where even if I'm going to lose the match, I can still get a lot of points.
Yeah.
So like at LVO, the game I lost was in a very bad matchup against Feck on the free objectives and against Udra, and that's like not a good matchup. I scored all my tactics. Like I managed and same against the 2 games I lost recently at Wet Coast. One was against Matt Beasley. He only beat me by, I think it was I was winning on top of 3, but I made some mistakes and he pulled it back. But again, still scoring tactics. And then the last game as well, which was a draw until the last round, still scoring tactics. So it's
That's awesome.
being able to keep scoring tactics and having feel you've got play in the game. Like I don't think I've ever been like wiped out or tabled with this theme of army. And as you said, it is very much like you need to, like, if you put one unit out of that buff range by mistake, it can really have a big detriment, because it means you're not getting, like, the Crone's not able to do her ability, or you're not able to do like your extra buffs or anything, which can, you know,
it's a proper castle in a sense.
Yeah, and it's like with Mind Razor as well. Like Mind Razor is a 12 range, so not only is it a 12 range for the spell, it's an 8 to cast. You know, like the chance of it going off is pretty low. That's why you usually try and cast it first, because that's your go no go a lot of the time. If you can get Mind Razor off, it's like, okay, what can we buff? Like what can we buff? Because whatever that unit's going to touch, unless it's got a strike last, it's probably going to delete. The biggest actually threat for this thought of army is actually Feck with Ugeron, because Ugeron can make all my infantry pretty much strikes last. Also, he has a scroll spell that can make my Cauldron avatar attack punch the Crone.
Yeah,
because you pick an enemy unit,
you pick
in
one,
18,
only one attack profile, but it's
and because she has to be next to the Cauldron for the ability to work.
I forgot about that. Yeah. That's actually kind of wacky.
I've actually been lucky. Like every time they've tried it, I've either dispelled it or I've rolled so badly with the Cauldron, she's been alive with like 2 wounds or something. Because it's like 5 attacks, freeze, run 2 free damage. So like most stuff it can just slap. But
including your own.
But unfortunately, ever since dropping down to the 1 avatar, most of the time now I like roll ones to wound with it or something. So it's kind of funny. I'm always like, I'll roll it. Don't worry, I'll roll this. I got this, you know, and just fail horribly. So that was good.
Nice. Michael says, okay, I'm starting a Doc army.
Yeah.
I think that's the right
response. They're a lot of fun to play. The only reason you probably don't see an army like this as much is it's a lot of infantry to paint.
Yeah.
Also, like, you know, Witch Elves and Sisters Slaughter and everyone, they can be pricey and you know, time consuming, so it is a lot. But I'm also excited to get my, like I said, my Gits Wolf and Squig lists out, because a lot of people kind of poo-pooed the Wolves to begin with, and they still are, because they don't have any rend. But they're still like 6 attacks. There are a lot of attacks each with damage 2. And it's just, again, it's weight of dice. It's like you're throwing...
And tons of movements.
All the movements.
Alpha pinning with chariots.
Like being able to retreat and charge, getting to things that you need to get. Like I've messed up someone's tactic before with a retreat and charge and stuff, you know. It could be interesting. I mean, I think they might have some struggles, but like, again, it's like... With AOS 4, it doesn't necessarily mean about going into the opponent's army and killing everything. If you can go and score your tactics and avoid combat as long as you can, it means you've got more bodies to be able to control those objectives when you need to. And like, you know, even if you've got 6 Vanguard, if you've got enough bodies to, you know, keep back and stuff and be able to tag it while still doing tactics, it doesn't matter if they can take your unit off in one hit.
I think your dock list into Slaves of Darkness is probably very comfortable. Because they've got 4 units.
It's just a lot of it just depends how they roll.
Yeah.
Like, and again, it's like if I get my buffs. So if I don't get my buffs, so like if I roll the 1 for the no commands or the heart doesn't go off and stuff, then I can take damage. And because my stuff is squishy, I need the buffs to go off. So, and it happens, you know. Happened again, like the last game against Seraphon. I think I rolled the Crone's ability 1 3 turns in a row. So, yeah, that happens.
That's the Age of Sigmar, baby.
Yes, the Age of Sigmar.
Well, thank you all for joining us and sticking with us to the end. And thank you to Richmond Reroll. You will be getting a $20 credit to Richmond Reroll for coming on the live stream.
Nice. I will use that when we go to...
there will be an event in 2 weeks. If you're in BC, you should check out Richmond Reroll.
It's sold out.
Oh, this one sold out.
32.
We'll still check it out. It's a great place to meet people and play games. And there's always lots of events there, too. And thank you very much to Rob for doing the 1s and 2s and keeping the show working.
And thank you for Kenrick to come on and being such a gracious host.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Anytime. And thank you to Darren for letting me borrow this army, this beautifully painted army on such short notice. I think that's all of our thank yous. Thanks again to everybody. And we will see you next Tuesday for the podcast.
Bye.
Adios.